I need that sports encyclopedia. You ask Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Snow's the best deep ball in college football. I don't think he's...
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
What up? We are in the building. Yeah. It's Truth Telling Thursday. So I'm telling the truth. I'm rocking solo dolo today. We'll see if Smitty pops in or not. Smitty's traveling. He'll be back live right here on Monday, but we'll see if he'll call in. Steve Kim joins us. Legendary coach Jim Mora Sr. joins the show. Playoffs. Yeah. That man. He'll be joining us. We got a loaded lineup. And you see the thumbnail. You see the motherfucking thumbnail. Shane Gillis bombed the ESPYs. Fact. My DMs are full of bitch-made men who have an opinion on an objective topic, which is comedy. Let me repeat that. My DMs are full of bitch-made men, kind of like a man in a bitch's DMs or a bitch in a man's DMs. It's very cringeworthy when a grown man is in my DMs like a bitch. That's just a fact of the matter. The same bitch-made man will come up and suck my dick in public at the parking lot of your local fucking grocery store and want a picture and an autograph and sign his bitch's titty. Fact. You can all eat a dick up, bitches. This dude is not funny whatsoever. If you think he's funny, you simply haven't had any pussy, period. Furthermore, I didn't know I had to like everyone that you weirdo fucks like. I didn't know I couldn't have my own motherfucking opinion. I didn't know I couldn't have a different taste for comedy, food, bitches, cars. What the fuck we talking about here, people? This is my motherfucking opinion, sprinkled with some facts that I'm going to lay out today and some personal beef. Don't start none, won't be none. Period. This motherfucker wanted to do a whole show about me on his YouTube channel, and he said a bunch of shit that was false. So why is this so fucking difficult to understand, Mr. fucking Nobodies? By the way, start none, won't be none where I'm from, homeboy. He started it. I'm finishing it. Period. If this fat wobble body nobody wants to come on the show and holler, holler. The people who think he's funny, and I'll bet dollars to dimes. I'll bet $1,000 to every motherfucker out there that thinks they're fucking, this is not true. Every person in America who thinks this motherfucker's truly funny are under the age of 35 years old. They live at home with their parents, and that's fact. That's fucking fact. So far, my lead-in has been very objective. Wouldn't you all agree? Wouldn't you all agree that my lead-in so far has been objective? Means it's an opinion, right? Because TJ Too Nasty said false, and all these guys said false. No, it's not false. It's a motherfucking opinion. Your opinion and my opinion are the exact fucking same. They don't matter. It's an objective opinion. Just as your opinions are on this bland-ass, dry-ass comedian, Shane Gillis, who you all think is funny, who I don't, is called an opinion. It's an objective opinion. Comedy's objective. So let's dive into some facts now, since everything I've said so far is objective. Now let's dive into facts. Coach JB. Here's a bitch-made grown man in my DMs. Coach JB, Shane couldn't be himself. He didn't even write the material. It's the ESPYs. Now I'm going to cook you. Now you know you done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. JB, it was the ESPYs. He couldn't be himself. He didn't write his own material. He's not woke. He got kicked off Saturday Night Live. Shut the fuck up. Miss me with that same old Miss Sad-ass bullshit fucking sob story, homie. You know what's not fucking objective? You know what is fact? That motherfucker sold out. He's a bitch-made cat then. He claims to be this shit-talking against the grain-ass conservative who got canceled on Saturday Night Live, right, homies? I call bullshit, homie. He just hosted the ESPYs, owned by fucking Disney. To sit up there and not be himself? You call that keeping it real? He sold out then, homie. He was bought by Disney, a pedo rink, a fucking disgrace. He hosted the ESPYs to be someone's bitch. That's what you're telling me, homie? Is that what it's called? A fucking sellout woke pussy. That is what I call it. He ain't doing it his way then, is he? He ain't doing it his way then, is he, homie? He ain't doing it the McAfee way, is he? McAfee's on the same network, ain't he? Damn shame that y'all hero comedian who isn't remotely funny sold out. But what do I know? D, you're a nobody. It don't matter. D, you're a nobody. You're not even a fucking member. You're an absolute nobody. Nobody cares who you are. You've done nothing. You have no resume. Just as anybody else in here. Joe Accord, you're a fucking nobody. You don't know shit about the weather. You live in fucking Pobunk, buttfuck, backwoods, Oklahoma. You have no fucking teeth and you eat people's skin. Joe Accord, shut the fuck up and stop sliding in my DMs too. You act like a bitch too, Joe Accord. Stop fucking DMing me. You don't know shit about the weather. So bottom line is, you fucking nobodies, it's time to move on and get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. It's time to move on and get a new audience because you fucking nobodies are exactly that. Nobodies who think they're somebodies who have never helped nobody. Joe Accord thinks my brother lied to us, me, a motherfucker that works in the meteorology department at the United States Air Force doesn't know more than Joe Accord, people, who actually worked at HARP in Alaska, doesn't know more than fucking Joe Accord. Yeah, that's the DM that him and I had. Anyway, Shane Gillis makes more money than you, Ricardo said on his 36th account. Really? You know why he makes more money than me, you fucking nobody? Because you, 35 years youngers, have endorsed this fucking nobody. You've made him rich, you dumb fuck. You've made him rich, you dumb fuck. You fucking nobodies has made him rich. Holy fuck. How hard is it to figure out the math? The math ain't mathin'. T-Mac, the math ain't mathin'. Jesus Christ. I'm just telling you, the math ain't mathin'. It really don't make, it makes zero sense. So let's take a couple clips that that Bailey is drawing up here. And let's take a look how funny this motherfucker really is.
Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA. She's going to work at a Waffle House so she can continue doing what she loves most, fist fighting black women.
Of course, this fucking nobody laughs. So Drewski laughed. Let's talk about the propaganda of how this thing works. Let's break this thing down. Since I was on Netflix, got to be behind the scenes and know how this thing operates. When there's a nobody-ass comedian telling a horrible fucking joke who's sitting on stage, guess who they pan to? Who was the first person you saw in the audience? Oh, wait. Was it a nobody? Or was it Drewski? The other fucking nobody that y'all have endorsed and created this fucking made this household name. Who was it, homie? Let's keep it real. Let's talk about facts. Let's just talk about facts. Who's the first person they showed in the crowd? You know how I know this is true? Because producers have told me. They go right to the popular person with a big-ass smile from ear to ear to show the audience that they've been brainwashed that they actually think this motherfucker's funny. Fact. Why is Drewski the first motherfucker that they saw? Because that's who you all think is funny too. Of course, this nobody-ass motherfucker would think it's funny. That joke was fucking dumb as shit, by the way. You got to be shitting me if you thought that was a funny joke. If that really was funny to you, then we're in a bad space. We got nothing to do. You get no pussy. You have zero ass in your life, period. That's just real. I'm just keeping it funky. You have no pussy. You never got pussy. You haven't had pussy, and you probably don't have pussy in the future. That's number one. Number two, of course they showed the Drewski nobody. That's his boy. That's who they did. That's what they do it for. Coach, he wasn't himself. He's on the ESPYs. Then he sold out. He's a pussy. But you all call him a real one. He sold out. Disney bought him, homie. Let's show the next great clip of this fucking Richard Pryor stand-up that I couldn't wait to see last night. Let's watch the next one.
Sanders had his jersey number retired at Colorado this year, and people are saying it's because of nepotism, because of his father, and it's not. It's because he went 13-12 over his career, and he almost won the Alamo Bowl. Definitely not nepotism, right? All right. It's a big year for the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark. Yeah, hell yeah.
So that was funny. For real? You motherfuckers really laughed at that shit? No, seriously, don't fuck with me. That's funny to you? Like, that shit looked uncomfortable. Like, that motherfucker was really uncomfortable. He was dry as a fucking pig pussy, homie. You think that's funny? We got problems, dog. And I just understand my audience. I understand my audience, dog. Let's keep it real. I understand the audience. Y'all under 35, live at home with mom, ain't had no pussy since pussy had him, still suck on the nipple, suck on the titty. You think that was funny, then there's just... Again, it's subjective. Each his own. Let's show one more if we got another one. We'll show one more, and let's get a good laugh.
Time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You clap for that.
KCBD, you know me by now. There's nothing for me to hate on, and there's nothing for me to lie about. Why would I fucking lie? If he was funny, I'd be saying he's funny, homie, and then I'd be turning this whole narrative into a whole nother story. Not funny. And don't start none, won't be none. Why continue to talk about someone? Here's the irony right here. Hemi noise. Why continue to talk about somebody you claim to not like? You're proving Smitty's point. Really? So yesterday, Hemi noise, you said Shaq was validated in talking about RG3 2 weeks later. But why keep talking about somebody? I love cooking you fucking nobodies, man. The hypocrisy of some of you fucking nobodies like Hemi Noise is absolute comical. Like, you are embarrassing. Like, seriously, you're embarrassing. And Chase Everidge or whatever your nobody name is. No, it's not that he called me a wigger. I give a fuck less. Like, that really hurts my feelings, you fucking nobody. You think I give a fuck about him calling me any name, period, at all? Names mean diddly shit to me. Has zero to do with it. So learn more, research more, and go to your Google and do a little more research. Because, no, that's not what it is. You're absolute fucking nobodies. So shut the fuck up and move on amicably. We got Steve Kim joining us, Jim Mora Sr. But I do appreciate all you fucks joining the show because, truth be told, he's a nobody that y'all have endorsed and made millions of dollars for. So I understand why you have to protect him and why you have to think he's funny. But in 10 years, you'll come back and say, damn, JB was right. I shouldn't have made this motherfucker a multimillionaire to host the ESPYs. He wasn't even funny. He wasn't even the funniest motherfucker I know. He not even funny as JB, who don't even write shit and just chills. Quinn, when did I say I don't ever appreciate you? Quinn, shut up. Get a real profile picture, you fucking idiot. Let's move on. Quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Do what is right, not what is easy. Yeah, that's fact. Do what is right, not what is easy. A lot of you fuckers do what's easy. That's why you like Shane Gillis. That's why you like Drewski, homie. You do what's easy, not what's right. And then when I tell you the truth, you get butthurt. And then you go cry to mama in the basement. And then later you bag my groceries at Walmart. And then you still say, JB, you a hater. No, that's just you being a prime sexual. Contrary to belief. Contrary to belief. Brought to you by... The best way to predict the future is to create it. Contrary to belief. Create your own goddamn future. Hope in one hand, shit in the other one, see what fills up first. All you Drewski fans, Shane Gillis fans, you're all fucking nobodies. And you're mad that you made a nobody into somebody by thinking he was funny. Don't be mad at me, homie. Don't be mad at me. No, he wasn't already famous, Dorian. No, he wasn't. Show me where he was famous. Show me where he's famous. Show me where he was famous before social media hit. Show me. I'll wait. Exactly. Just shut the fuck up. Poll question. I want to get a real poll question out there. Was Shane Gillis funny? Obviously, it is objective. So go ahead. Drop your answer in the chat. We'll get a poll. Do a poll question, Bailey, on the actual YouTube channel. We'll put a poll. Was Shane Gillis funny? Well, I bet you we'll get a reaction. Shane killed it by a non-member, KT. Of course. I bet you more non-members say he killed it than members. Want to bet? Josh, I didn't watch one fucking second of it. All I got was a million bitch-made men DMing me clips of it. So I appreciate all you guys DMing me clips of it. Appreciate all that. So was he damn near funny or funny? Was he damn near funny or funny? I don't know. I'll bet. Oh, man. It's fucking comical. We may have a special guest joining us here, too. We'll see if she could pop in. But, oh, man. Shane Gillis, ESPYs. What a fucking night. I'm sure that you guys got to watch a great, great stand-up comedian in Shane Gillis rock the house last night. He must have rocked the house. JB, you didn't see the Tush Push skit? No, I didn't. It's fucking gay. I saw the clip. You think I'm really sit there and watch it? The clip of fucking Shane Gillis? No. Shane Gillis fucking Tush Push clip. No, I don't. And the bottom line is, I didn't know that I couldn't. I didn't know I had to like the same motherfucker everybody else likes. See, that to me is bitch made. You shouldn't like who I like, and I shouldn't have to like who you like, and we should still be able to get along. But no, you motherfuckers draw a line in the sand because you're so fucking pussy that you can't have an honest conversation because you're so scared to have a fucking in-person conversation because you're so used to tweeting at motherfuckers behind a fake profile picture that you can't see somebody in person and have a real conversation. You worried about getting fucking smacked in the face because you'll say the wrong ass shit that you say on social media. Let's keep it real. You won't have a real honest conversation because you can't. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to write. All you depend on is GIFs and memes and LOL and SMH and abbreviations and shit. You've made up fucking words because you're made up fucking humans. Fact. Rio, I'm not 50 yet, little boy. I'm not 50 yet. You're a little boy. You got a long way to go, homie. Just sit back and listen and get taught something. You still working off EBT card, homie, with your mom. Stop. When you get grown, holler at me. I'll help you out, homie. That's what I do. I do it for my youngsters. I help them out. I got some wick and some eggs and milk at the house for you anyway, homie. Don't trip. So let's dive into the show, man. After firing Big Smitty and everybody else that we've seen, Fox Sports is damn near signing a deal with Barstool Sports and Dave Portnoy. Smitty missed the wrong day. We'll dive into this with Steve Kim later. We'll dive into this with some other folks. But Fox Sports is going to combine with Barstool. I don't know how that legality is going to work. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know how that's going to work. We don't know. It's going to be interesting on how this whole thing is going to unfold. Don't know how, but very interesting that this particular fucking nobody is going to go to Fox and do what? I'm kind of curious because I've never really heard. Is he going to fucking eat pizza all day on fucking Fox Sports? What is he going to do? I'm confused as to what he's going to do. Fox is in a bad spot, homie. I'm going to be honest. Fox is in a very bad spot because I don't see what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Joey. No, I'm not done talking about Shane Gillis. Bitch. Now what? Get the fuck out of the show then. You got options, you fucking pussy nobodies. I don't understand. You're a fucking nobody. You're not even a member. Go. You can go watch fucking Shane Gillis on YouTube and jack off all day, homie. That's what I know you're going to do. Why you in here then? You pussies say the same thing every day. Why the fuck are you in here then, homie? You make no sense. You're either jacking off to me or you're jacking off to Shane Gillis, you fucking weirdos. Holy fuck. We done talking about Shane Gillis? So I'm leaving. Like, I give a fuck. You do diddly shit for me. You do not tickle my balls, motherfucker. Holy shit. And you don't pay me nothing. Holy shit, man. If you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen. We'll find out who's real loyalist and not. By the way, here's what's ironic real quick. Shane Gillis can give 2 squirts of piss about any of you that actually support him. He's not talking to you on his show. He's not going to sit there and take the time out of his day. He's not. And you still support him. I at least talk to you fucking weirdo nobodies and give you time of the day. But you have zero respect. Period. You don't have a fucking grasp. You will buy Diddy's vodka over your own homeboy's vodka and support some fucking weirdo you've never met over your own homeboy. And that's just fact. That is fact. You will support some fucking nobody you never met who you aspire to fucking hopefully get him to read your DMs over your homeboy that you grew up with. Fact. You want to say fact so motherfucking much? Fact. But you don't want to realize that. You don't want to actually have that conversation. You don't really want to have that conversation. Rio, I don't know what Cali fake motherfuckers you know, but you're talking to the wrong one here. You couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight where I'm from, homeboys. Don't get it twisted. You little boy, Rio. Stop. You're a little boy, homie. You're all confused, Rio. You're all fucking confused, homie. Get out your mom's basement, homie, and grow up and come holler at me. You're all fucking confused. You don't know what you are. You're liberal, you're conservative, you're black, you're white, you're fucking woke, you're not. You're fucking, you're a former athlete, you're not. You're a real one, and you're not. What are you, homie? Rio, nobody knows what you are, Rio. Rio, go away. You little boy. Shut up. You want to have a real conversation, you stick around. If you don't, then fucking stop. You got your own crib. That doesn't mean apartment building on the east side, homie. Stop. That's not your own crib. Show us your own crib right now. Call in live. Give us a tour of your own crib. I want to see your crib. I want to see your whole fucking crib. Show us your crib. See, it's time to start calling you motherfuckers out. Show us your crib. Live. Walk around the crib and show us that you live alone in your own crib. All right, let's wait. Put the fucking ticker on. Ding, 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 boom, 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 boom. See how the narrative changes? Now it's you 50. You better have your own crib. Now, see how it switched back to me? See how it switched back to me? See how he went away from his fact, calling in, showing us his crib, to back to me that I better have my crib. By the way, I've been on my own since 15, homeboy. How long you been on your own? Well, you're only 20, so apparently not very long. So, yeah, I had my daughter by myself in a crib at 23 years old, homeboy. What have you done? Nothing. Again, see, you motherfuckers are nobodies. You're absolute nobodies who can't handle the heat. So, period. So stop. Stop it. Anyway, noon kickoff will be with Dare Portnoy apparently on FS1. We'll see if that's the fact or not. Can't wait to see him eat pizza on Fox Sports. Can't wait for that to happen this fall. Always can't be said. I was averaging 30 at 20. We got some topics to dive into before Steve Kim joins us in about 30 minutes. LeBron James hasn't had a buyout or a trade discussion with the Lakers, and both sides expect him to be with the team for training camp. The Warriors, Mavericks, Clippers, and Cavs have reportedly reached out to Rich Paul for interest in trading for LeBron James. Does anybody give a fuck anymore? That's all I want to know. Does anybody give a fuck about LeBron James anymore and where he's at? And I'm curious why the Mavericks would reach out and what the fuck they're going to give the Lakers. They're going to give him AD back? They're going to give him AD back? I'm confused on how this is going to work. I actually would hope. I actually hope that the Lakers do move him. But I bet dollars to dimes there's no market for LeBron James. I guarantee there's no market for LeBron James. This is all fluff to make his image look better than it is. That's what Clutch does for him. That's what Clutch does for him. He ain't not no fucking market. Who's giving up all these fucking pieces? Who's giving up all these pieces for LeBron James at 42 years old? Ain't nobody giving up no fucking piece for LeBron James at 42 years old. Nobody. Stop. This is fucking marketing 101. This dude ain't fucking moving the needle. He ain't moving nowhere else. He ain't going nowhere else. Period. Go overseas to fucking China with Brittany Griner, homie. Three-time All-Star. This is interesting news. Bradley Beal has agreed to a contract buyout with the Phoenix Suns and plans to join the Clippers on a 2-year, $11 million deal with a player option after clearing waivers. Again, player empowerment 101. The kids get what they want, and you overpaid an under-deliverer. Now, look, I like Bradley Beal. I think Bradley Beal's a real one. He's actually a real one that actually talks to real motherfuckers in a real way and tells them how it is, unlike a lot of you pussies out there who bat away from it. Bradley Beal is actually a real one who will talk to him. But again, player empowerment. This motherfucker pushed his way out because, again, he knew that the Phoenix Suns had a no-win scenario, and they put their money in Devin Booker, No, he's next Kobe. No, he's not. Bradley Beal knows he's not, because if he was the next Kobe, Bradley Beal wouldn't be trying to get out. Bradley Beal wouldn't want to leave if the Booker was the next fucking Kobe. Phoenix Suns are a dying organization, and they put all their money on Devin Booker. Bradley Beal wanted out, and now he'll be in L.A., but not with the Clippers, with the fucking Lakers. Holy shit. Again, the Lakers miss out on another possible score. Now, I'm not saying the Lakers should have went after Bradley Beal, but damn, he would have been another addition at least that can score the basketball. But listen, he's an injury-prone guy. I don't know how the Phoenix Suns actually valued him. Probably not very much, since they fucking just said go. And now he's signing an $11 million deal with the Clippers, meaning that's like got to be the fucking league minimum. Got to be the fucking league minimum so the Clippers can get him in. Don't know. We'll see. But, God, Shane Gillis was horrible. Anyway, moving on. That shit is fucking comical, by the way. If you really think that the Phoenix Suns were going to be good with or without KD. That's all. Again, that's the Rios of the world that thinks KD and LeBron are still the best players in the world. We'll see. 3-time All-Star was it way in the past. Bradley Beal hasn't been an All-Star caliber player in a while. He's been injured. So the Clippers, again, will get another injury-prone player on a JV roster. And the Clippers, who have reportedly been in discussion with LeBron James. Gonna be very interesting. Gonna be very interesting. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how this all works. We're gonna see how this all works. We're gonna see how this all works. Rio, what me having a baby with a stripper have anything to do with anything? You lucky I'm a real one, and I tell everyone my life stories. Who gives a fuck? You've probably been fucked by a stripper, a dude. So, I ain't judging you, little homie. I had a lot of stripper bitches. And just say, Rio, tell everybody you ain't had no pussy yet. Just tell everybody, homie. Stop. Tell everybody you ain't had no pussy. Ricardo, you go bye-bye. Fucking nobody. Rio, just say you ain't had no pussy. You want to start bringing up. See, it's always the nobodies that want to bring up dumb shit that they can't fucking, because nobody can touch you. You know you want to talk about people, bitches and daughters and all this shit. You a bitch. You a bitch. Just like any other Chicago little bitch, wherever you from. You a bitch. You couldn't last a day with me, homie. Keep it real. Stop. You'll be buried out back, homie, talking to someone like that in person. You little pussy. Stop. You know damn well you a bitch. And we know your true colors now. Come on, homie. Stop. Now you already know. Now everybody knows who you really are, homie. You the little bitch that can't handle a real conversation. To my point earlier, you can't have a real conversation in person because you have to keep behind your telephone. Stop, Rio. You just got played, homie. The truth came out. We calling you all out. We bringing you out. Bring them out. Bring them out. This is how we know who the real ones are. Rio just got played. Rio just showed you his cards. Rio's a bitch. Rio's officially a bitch. Homie, he's keyboard tough guy. Twitter's fucking warrior. Come on, homie. That's who he is. Rio, you've been played. That's who you are. We already know who you are. You a bitch. I don't have to defend myself going after your mom or daughter or baby daddy, baby mama, in your case, baby daddy. Nobody goes at you personally, homie. I could defend myself without going personal, homie. And by the way, your personal attack on me means dilly shit to me. I laugh. Because we know who you keyboard cowards are, homie. We already know. You've already showed your cards. You a pussy bitch. Come on, Rio. I don't know nothing about your mom or daughter or sister. See, that's the difference. See, I can tell you about me because I'm a somebody. You're a fucking nobody. And nobody knows what you are or who you have because nobody cares. So we don't know who your daughter is, your mama is, or your baby daddy is. Because nobody cares. You're a nobody. That's the problem. See, I tell you about me because I'm a somebody and you get to Google me and got to watch me on Netflix so you know my life story, homie. And I'm a lot easier to talk about then you're nobody ass, Rio. Just like Common Sense when he dissed Ice Cube back in the day. It was real easy to diss Ice Cube. He made Boys in the Hood and Friday and had motherfucking 25 movies out and 10 albums. It's easy to diss Ice Cube when you fucking have a resume. It ain't easy to diss a motherfucker with no resume. We don't care. You're a nobody. Rio, we don't know nothing about you, homie. You got played. You got played. You got called out, homie. You're fucking nobody. We already know who you are. You get talked to in the chat as a grown man, and you turn disrespectful automatically because that's who you are. That's who your generation is. Your generation is cowardly cunt bitches, and that's just fact. Your whole generation is cowardly pussy. Fact. You hide behind social media because you know you won't get your bitch ass mouth smacked. Period. That's what it is, homie. And you just got played in front of 2,000, 3,000 people. Everybody got to see who you really are. JB had a baby by a stripper. No shit. It's in my book, by the way, dumb fuck. How about you read it? You act like I'm hiding that, and you got some prevalent information on me. This motherfucker really act like he did some shit that nobody ever heard before. It's in the best-selling book. Hate Me Now, Love Me Later, you dumb fuck. Holy shit. But guess what? Now we found out who you were, Rio. Now we found out who you were, Rio. I love bringing attention to nobodies, man. See, that's the difference. Show's growing, all the shit's coming. Guess what? That's why it's a real show. I can have these conversations. I can talk to Rio the whole fucking time. I can talk to Rio the whole fucking time. So, JP, who's playing victim? Again, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. Who's playing victim? Rio, stop. You got cooked. You're done. We already flipped you over 3 times on the burger, homie. We already flipped you over on the fucking grill, homie, 3 or 4 times. Take your little ass and go in the corner somewhere and play video games. That's what I know you're doing right now. Somebody said I'm playing victim. Who the fuck's playing victim? Who the fuck gives a fuck about playing victim? Shut the fuck up. I'm playing victim. I disrespected everybody. It's my show. It's my show, dumb fuck. Rio, what do you do for work? So hold on, let's get this straight. Rio was going to show us his house live, but now he's at work. How many times Rio going to get caught lying in the chat without even talking to him in person? How many times Rio going to get caught lying, homie? Rio, you looking horrible this morning, homie. You fucking with a real one right now. See, that's the difference. So you work at home now? Is that what you're telling me? You work at home, so you're not at work. So you're really not at work. You work at home. Oh, now he said, did I say I was going to show you the house? Shut up, Rio. You're a fucking mockery, homie, of what your generation is. This is who your generation is. You motherfuckers reach, homie. You motherfuckers are reaching like a motherfucker. He's told us 4 different stories this morning already. Holy shit. Now you at Walmart? Stop. That motherfucker flew from his house to Walmart, homie. Holy shit. You got to be shitting me. You went from the house to showing us a clip to the fucking crane operator to Walmart? How many jobs you got, homie? How far? So you live next door to your job? Do you live next door to your job? Interesting. Quinn, shut up. Get a real picture, you fucking clown-looking fuck. Who put that picture on their fucking profile, by the way, Quinn? Holy shit. Who the fuck does that weirdo shit? You give me some fucking panel van vibes, homie. Quinn, you give me panel van vibes, homie. I'm going to keep it real. You and Joe Accord have panel van vibes. That's what you have. You give me panel van vibes, homie. Fucking weirdo fuck. I like turtle. Yeah, fucking weirdos, motherfucker. You got some weirdo motherfuckers in here. Some of you motherfuckers are weird. You need to go get a panel van for real. Just fucking pull up on the show with a panel van, homie. Yummy and ya. Ohtani's back in the news as the All-Star game has come and gone, and he joked around with the Padres pitchers, Robert Suarez, as he was actually pretending to show that he got hurt because Suarez actually hit him earlier in the season, and there was a fight between the Dodgers and the Padres. And you remember back on the 14th of July, or in June, and then obviously July 14th, the All-Star game, he was fucking with them. So got to see it. They're friends now because this is a jersey swap era. Back in the day, they would have really been fighting in an All-Star game. That's what y'all don't know. They really would have been fighting in an All-Star game, but now they're boys because everybody makes hundreds of millions of dollars. They're all pussy. They don't want to play all the games. They can fucking hang down and get hurt and miss the game, and that's what they are. Jersey swap era. As long as you sign your jersey and give it to me, I'm cool with you. Keep it funky. Keep it real. That's really the truth. It's gay, 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 gay. That's what it is. It's gay. It's fucking soft. Gay. And now all of a sudden, let me get this straight though, real quick. Ohtani don't know English. Suarez, I definitely don't think knows Japanese. So let me get it straight. Who's talking to who here? So who the fuck knows Japanese? Who knows fucking wherever he's from, El Salvadorian, whatever the fuck he is? Do they know each other's language all of a sudden? So all these motherfuckers now can talk to each other? Real shit. So now all of them understand each other? From Japan. What? You from Japan? Yeah. Suarez speaks English and Japanese. Really? Holy shit, homie. You motherfuckers don't believe anything. You believe Shane Gillis is really funny. God damn. I could do what Shane Gillis does times 10 without writing one piece of material. One thing. One motherfucking thing. I could do that. JB, you know what the funniest part is? You know what the funniest part is, homie? You bitch boys in my DMs. Like Danny Dimes, you bitch. Shut up. Do you know what the funniest part is? JB, this is the funniest comedian that's ever touched planet Earth. That's what a motherfucker told me in my DMs, homie. He is the funniest comedian on planet Earth right now. That's really your 30 years and younger generation. That's the demographic that's made Shane Gillis, Drewski, and all these fucking Speedo and Sankanettis and all these weirdo fucks famous. It's you under 30 gang. That's who it is. It's you 30-year-old and unders who've made these multimillionaires nobodies into somebodies. Keep it funky. That's who you are. The same people DMing me saying that you don't know shit, JB. Shane Gillis, the funniest person on planet Earth. Your opinion matters, mine don't. I got it. Some of you guys give me secondhand embarrassment. I'm going to keep it real. Some of you guys, where Rio go? Where Rio bitch boy go? Rio, you leave, homie? You get butthurt? You get butthurt for getting called out and showing your true colors, homie? Where you go, Rio? You at homework? You at work home? Where you at, homie? We're trying to figure out where you at. What happened to you, Rio? Can't handle the heat? Got to leave the kitchen? Where you at, Rio? Why'd you leave? I like talking to Rio. Why'd you go? I like to have a real conversation, but I can't have a real conversation with a bitch boy. See, I need a real man. Rio's over there, huh? Get rid of the fucking membership. Stop, Rio. You ain't at work, gang. Shut up. You was just at home, homie. That motherfucker fat out. Rio at the house. He want to show us the house. He at the house. He want to show us. I want to show JB what out. Then I call him out. That motherfucker shoveling work. That motherfucker work next door. He's shoveling shit out the back door. He's going back home real quick. JB, I'm at home. I want to talk. That motherfucker don't know where he's at, homie. Rio's all over the motherfucking place this morning. He don't know where he's at. Rio don't know who he is. Rio, you don't know who you are, homie. Damn. You don't even know who you really are. I got you so fucking discombobulated, you're like, God damn, who am I today? You don't know who you are. Bailey, real quick, what's happening now? Smitty's on the right. We're going to dive into something. We're going to dive into something real quick, man, because shout out to fucking John Cena. I gotta reach out to John and get him on the show, man, because John made Nikki Bella sign a 75-page cohabitation contract before she could even move into his Tampa Bay mansion, including one of the parts of this document called her a guest who must leave immediately if they broke up. That's the slow clap. That's the slow clap. Slow clap. Love what he did. Love what he did, Joe. Love what he did. Joe, I'm finding out you know everything about everything. Joe's over there. Google. I don't give a fuck if it was 7 years ago or not. Did he do it or not? What did your 7-year comment have to do with the fucking brass tacks? What, Joe? I want to explain something, Joe. What the fuck did the 7 years ago have to do with this particular topic? Can you tell me? I want to know. Charlie C, I am doubling down because that's what a real man does. He doubles down. Just like I doubled down on your girl. Double down. Put double balls on her jaws. That's what I do. That's what grown folks do. We double down. Because, see, bitch made motherfuckers. You know what I got? You know what happened? I got a DM from a YouTube person on the show. If I'm talking about you, please come out and let me know who you are, because I can't go back and look at it and find it right now. But a comment came in and said, JB, you were right about Shane Gillis. I was wrong. I apologize to you, which you didn't have to do because I don't want any of your apologies. He said, I went back and listened to Shane Gillis' YouTube video about you, and you were 100% right. I'm a real one, too. I could see through the bullshit. I got to see what he was actually doing, and I know he was trying to be a smartass and be slick. You were right. I was wrong. I apologize. That's what he came out and said. That's what he came out and said. So, it is what it is. Like, keep it real. He knows. He knows. See, real one, though. If Rio was real and not a little bitch boy, he would go watch it and then come back and also say the same thing. But see, Rio, I thought Rio was trying to be real and he wanted to be real, but he not. Rio, I thought you were better than that, homie. We know your little boy. Come on, Rio. Rio hit and miss and shit. Rio get like sneak in, sneak out. Rio get smoked and then leave and come back. He take a smoke break after getting ran through at work. Charlie C. Here's you probably Charlie C. How many times did you DM me last night? Charlie C. How many times did you DM me last night? Seriously. Because you're one of the guys that said he's a top comedian in the country. He's top. Yeah, so he's the top comedian in the country, according to this fucking nobody. God damn. Joe Cord. Two things can be true, Joe. You can support the show and still be a weirdo fuck. You do know that, right? Two things can be true. Smitty was right. Two things can be true. You could be a fucking supporter of a show and be a weirdo fuck. I can't change you being a weirdo fuck. And no, I don't know about Trevor Bauer. Where's he at? Japan? Who cares? I don't know. He got fucked over by a lying fucking broad, and now he's fucked. Nothing happened to her, though. So anyway, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, you can find him funny. You can find him funny, Dick Peter, and not say he's the best comedian ever. That's the point. Like, that's what my point is, too. Like, I don't understand. He's the best ever. He's the best comedian I've ever seen. That's what people say on here. Come on, man. Shit. Rio, what do you do? Seriously. Now, on real shit. Making your time go faster means you're doing something. Obviously, you're young still. So you're doing something that you don't want to do. You're doing something you have to do. Because if you were doing something you want to do, then you would want the time to go slow. I'm just giving you some free game, youngster. So what are you doing? You got to be doing some sort of hard labor. You loading trucks or something? I did it my whole young life, so I'm not mad at it. I would give you more credit if you did it, if you were out there doing some laboring work. But are you or not? What do you do? Forklift driver, Silly the Boss? Silly the Boss, how you know? Are you Rio? Are you and Rio the same motherfucker? See, Rio at a warehouse. See, I respect the warehouse worker. I grew up in a warehouse worker. Warehouse workers are what made America great. Shit. So he hates that job. Let's keep real. He hates that job. I hated the job when I was a young cat. I had to do the job. I had to do the job. Roy Hicks is in here. He warehouse too all day. He hates the shit. He would like to get out of there. But guess what? Got to do what you got to do until the shit gets better. Until you can move on up. It is what it is. Shit. I did fucking warehouse work for fucking 11 years when I was young. It is what it is. Break your back. Had to wear the back brace. Fucking break your back. JCPenney warehouse. All the homies used to work at JCPenney warehouse way back in the day. Shit. See, Rio working in the warehouse, Jersey swap era. He working in the Jersey swap era warehouse. He ain't got to do no work. Rio said his job easy. Rio, 23 years old, and said he got an easy warehouse job. Roy, 30, and busting his back. See the difference? See the difference in generations, homie? Y'all find a way to get the softest possible out. We over here still working, doing normal shit, thinking that's normal. Roy breaking his fucking back right now. Rio over there on his phone watching the Coach AB show with Big Smitty. I'm telling you, you think I'm bullshit. You all are in the Jersey swap era. Come on, man. I can't wait to ask Steve Kim about fucking... I didn't say it was your fault, Rio. I said that's what it is. That's the generation, homie. That's my part. That's what I'm saying. Rio, don't listen. Rio, you just hear me. You're not listening, homie. Stop. You're not hearing. You're not listening. You're hearing. It's all right, homie, to have a disagreement and have great conversation. That's what grown folks do. When you grown, Rio, hit me up. God damn. I'm trying to help you, son. I might have nutted you out. I don't know. You could be one of mine. I have no idea. Remember, I fuck a lot of strippers, homie. I fucked a lot of short, dark strippers, homie. You fit the mold. I might have fucked around. You might have a little white in you, homie. Rio, what's your mama look like? Show me your mama, homie. I'm going to see if I actually fucking... You might be one of mine, homie. Shit. I got some bitches out of Chicago. I got some bitches out in the Midwest, homie. Where you at, Rio? You live where? You ain't no, like, Palatine Schaumburg cat. So you from the hood, you say you from the hood, so I got to see where I go. Well, I did over that McDonald's over there off the bridge, over there off of Ohio. I fucking dog shit out of her in the blues club before the fire happened. Might have been your mama. I don't know. Shit. I fuck a lot of dark, short bitches. Mama got ass, though. If that's your mom, I'm thinking she got ass. But I pulled out, I think. So I don't think you're mine. But you could be. So one day, hit me up, and we'll have a conversation, homie. Father, son, homie. Can't wait to talk to Steve about Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao rematch. And Floyd Mayweather getting some shit talked to him by Roy Jones. Roy Jones said he wants to smoke. Roy Jones wants to smoke. Can't wait for that. Let's take a commercial break real quick. I'm going to re-up on my coffee. Steve Kim joins us here in about 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Pound that like. Don't be a bitch like Rio. Peace. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
The streets is saying that a new Otani has arrived in the NBA. That's what the streets are saying. 7'2" Yang Han-San was taken 16th overall in the NBA draft by the Trailblazers. Yansen is the third Chinese-born player selected in the first round, joining Yao Ming, Yi Jianlian. He and his translator were asked about, what he does outside of basketball, and I think his answer might shock you. Check it out.
Hi, I'm interested in you as a person. What are some of your interests, and what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't playing basketball?
Sometimes I sleep, all time sleep, and I like play PS5, and I like eat.
Jason, thoughts?
I can't do it.
Can't do what?
Why is he fucking retarded?
Whoa. We don't say
why is it always a goofy big Asian that just like it's like fucking can't, like, come on, homie.
Seriously. How is he goofy? It's a new language. The fact that he's even saying that's pretty good. Like, so if I asked you to speak fluent Spanish and I had a real Mexican over here, you would sound just like that to them.
I ain't never heard a Mexican come over here and don't speak no English and sound like a fucking retard. Never in my life. I've never seen a fucking African come over here. I've never seen a fucking nobody.
They speak English. They speak real English. Actually.
No. Even if Africans they speak their language and they get a translator, nobody eats food. PR3. Like, homie, what are we? Fucking Andre the Giant living in a fucking giant world? Like, what are we? Fucking 7,000 fucking BC, homie? What the fuck are we talking about?
You sound ignorant right now. If I asked you right now to say, if I said JB,
bring a Mexican that don't speak no English and have him translate it. Find a video, homie. I eat food. Like, homie, the Mexican's gonna be like the regular. It's just gonna be like you know. Como te llamas on YouTube? And then that motherfucker will be like, I like to eat the food. I like to eat the food. Ese. Like, he's not going to even come close. He's like, I play the PlayStation 4. I do the food. Fucking no other English, no other language, homie.
It's Chinese, homie. They don't know our language at all.
Mexicans, you said that about Otani.
Mexicans kind of know our shit a little bit.
You said that about Otani, homie.
We kind of know Spanish a little bit. Those are the ones we kind of know our shit a little bit. They got some similarities.
It's always
Chinese language and English language is fucking apples and oranges. They don't know our shit at all, homie. Stop.
I'm so fucking glad Trump tariffed these motherfuckers. I'm so fucking happy that we stopped Texas.
My price is high as hell right now, too.
Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Texas for blocking the motherfuckers for buying all their farmland up. I'm fucking so tired. Look at that motherfucker on the right.
You so racist.
Look at that motherfucker on the right. Look at that motherfucker on the right. Now fuck all these motherfuckers. I mean, they come over and buy our shit, and then they come over and act like they don't know English.
Chill out on the Asian community.
They lying to you, homie. They know. Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking. Let's go. We are back in the building. Appreciate everybody hopping in. Pound the like if you can. We'll be back next week, man. Smitty will be in studio right here in the Cigar Lounge. Slap Dick Cigar Lounge. We're going to rock the house, see how it goes live right from here. That's how we're going to do it. Then we might go do a yacht club. We might do a yacht club show, Rick Ross style. We might go do a yacht club show. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Next week will be interesting. Next week's going to be interesting. I got so many motherfucking DMs. God damn. It's unbelievable. You go against a fanboy's team or a fanboy's favorite comedian or a fanboy favorite whatever. Man, dog. Like, you go against someone's flavor and boy, the bitch made cats come out. God damn. It's unbelievable. But let's get to brass tacks, man. Our main man, Steve Kim, straight out the gym, working out, getting ready to watch Pacquiao Mayweather rematch. I don't know. We're going to get to it. Our main man, Steve Kim, joins us. Steve.
Morning.
Truth Telling Thursday, man. Did you watch Shane Gillis, ESPYs?
Nah, I don't want. The last time I watched the ESPYs, I think Norm Macdonald was setting everyone on fire. And the Jimmy Valvano speech, which was actually the first one, I believe, in 1993. But I don't watch that.
I haven't. I don't even know. I didn't even know it was ESPY time. I don't even know when it is anymore. That shit, I don't know. But everybody sent me the clips because Shane Gillis did a whole thing about me, and I said, fuck Shane Gillis. So now I got beef with him. So I'm going back and forth. But everybody sent me the clips, and I'm like, I'm trying to be like subjective and like, all right, let me take away my bias. And he's just not funny. I don't understand. People put these people on these pedestals because social media. Oh my God. I don't think he's funny at all. I don't see it, but it is what it is.
I saw some of the clips. I thought he got off some good one-liners, but I have a question for those all who are so upset by your opinion. Why let your opinion ruin your opinion or my opinion? I think the most interesting thing is when people say, Steve, I disagreed with what you said. And I said, good, you're allowed to. And then just walk away. You get the strangest reactions. You really do.
Steve, they have these, protect them. I just told this guy in the chat. I'm like, dog, if it was in person back in the day, we used to have a grown conversation, disagree, have a drink, and leave friends or leave as a new friend or whatever, or not friend. But guess what? They can't have this conversation no more, Steve. It's protected by a fake profile.
The two most confounding words to those people is when they say, well, what do you mean by this? Or I disagree with that. You just say, yeah, comma, and it's just kind of like the strange silence. You're like, right, okay, so you disagree. And they're like, yeah. And I go, you're allowed to. And you just walk away.
Steve, I just block you now.
You know what I do? I mute.
I know you mute people. I get more satisfaction by saying the last thing, and then while they're actually typing, you see the thing coming up like on the DM, and I say, shut the fuck up, and I just block them, and then that's it.
Here's the thing about muting. They get to hear you, and you never get to see them, and they're just dying for interaction. And I've always said, look, I'm really a nobody, but it's not my problem that you care a lot more about my opinion than your own. There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I don't think people understand, though. Like, I grew up, if you start something, then expect something back. Because I don't start none, won't be none. I don't understand. So everybody can say shit and talk shit, but then when you bark back, they go. Have you noticed on Twitter when you say something and you bark back at someone that came at you, and then they get all in their feelings? Damn, Steve, this is the real you, huh, Steve? No, you talk shit.
Well, it's like that guy that said I couldn't do 5 push-ups if my life depended on it. And I said, well, look, I'll tell you what. I'll do 50 in 90 seconds. You want to put up 10 bands, 10 Ks. I mean, honestly.
10 bands.
It's funny. He ended up deleting those messages because I was hoping he'd take me up on the offer. I would have done a live stream. I would have actually came in studio. We would have had someone actually judge every push-up, make sure that they were kosher. And then I would have actually had that guy come in studio. I wanted cash right then and there.
See, that's the thing. Cash. They delete their shit. That's the problem. Or they go away into the shadows and you never see them again. And they don't have $10K anyway, Sean. They don't have $10. Steve, they live with their mom and they work at Walmart. We had a guy earlier who's going to show us his house. And then 5 seconds later, he said he was at work. I'm like, well, fuck, which one is it? How are you going to show us your house? But anyway, Steve, I got to, first of all, it's Fox. I don't know if Whitlock did. I know Whitlock did a personal thing on Instagram since he's off, but apparently they're going to get a pizza eating. I don't know if I guess he's been in the sports world. Him and McAfee started off together doing house shows and all this little shit, but I don't get I get it for the McAfee standpoint if that's what you're going to try to do, but I don't think this guy can speak like McAfee on so many different sports like McAfee does. I think this is going to be a interesting hire.
Yeah, and McAfee's a little bit more likable. Portnoy's people have been heckling Portnoy over certain things. So that'll be interesting if he's going to go out to these live events and people. Look, Portnoy is extremely successful. He's built the brand. You got to give him a lot of credit. But he's a polarizing figure. I don't think McAfee's nearly as polarizing as he is.
Nah, I don't. I know. Going back to Fox, everything that's happened since Smitty came back, he's on. He's full go now here. Yesterday, he's like, fuck Fox. I'm not there anyway no more. This is going to say Fox. We already seen the you and I talked, but we already saw the Bayless and getting Lil Wayne, and they tried to go that way. And okay, let's try to get to the culture involved. Nah, that didn't work. Now you got whoever else they're trying to get. Now I'm hearing they're trying to go, Gilbert Arenas and that crew. If that's the fact, I'm like, I don't understand what Fox is doing here, but this is the time to do it if they are going to make a transition, because football will save the network for at least 3 months, right? 4 months until they get figured out.
Yeah, I mean, even when I think with Fox, it's interesting. They have the Big Ten, Big Noon kickoff, which every Ohio State fan hates because they don't want 9 games at noon. It kills your tailgating, trust me. Noon games, if you want to tailgate, that means you got to start at 4:30 in the morning, basically, to set up. I've done that before. But they could have the best game of the day, right? The problem is everyone is still going to watch ESPN College Game Day. It is. As much as that show has changed, I don't think it's quite as magical as it was 20 years ago. By habit, unless I'm driving to your place, which I am most of the time, it's on ESPN. And then when they go to commercial, I'll flip it over to Urban Meyer, Matt Leinart, that whole crew. And then the other thing is, I don't know. I mean, to me, there's a history here. No matter what we think of the 4-letter network, they are Coca-Cola. They are Microsoft. They are the brand. It's hard to knock them off. I don't think it's ever been done. I'm not so sure it ever will be done. Now, does that mean that they are the ratings monster that they once were? No, it's an ever-changing landscape out here with content creation and media networks and the usage of cable television, people unplugging their cable boxes. That began about, 15, 20 years ago. And so it's different, but still ESPN is that monolith.
Yeah, it's interesting, man. They are the kings, but they've fallen off so bad with Disney and all this woke narrative, all the stuff they do now. But you're right. And then the other one is the Urban Meyer. That's the noon. Is that the noon one?
Yeah, Urban Meyer, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush was on there. I think Brady Quinn. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I like it. Yeah.
Again, but ESPN is Coca-Cola. Now, I'm not saying Big Noon Kickoff is RC Cola or Shasta, but I'm not even so sure they're Pepsi.
Yeah. It's gonna. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm with you. It's going to be very interesting football season, especially when people are reaching to try to grab viewers. I guess the viewership at Fox was down so bad, and I think they just wanted to save face. Like, that's at the end of the day.
Look, the whole Joy Taylor thing became toxic, and you know one thing I noticed about Joy, Miss Taylor? The more she talked, the less likable she became. I thought she was perfect as the host, the eye candy, the guy that got you in and out of breaks, the guy that said, all right, guys, our next topic. But nobody actually really wanted to hear her opinion. And then when she veered off out of sports, you're like, wow, this is someone I really wouldn't want to have a conversation with in a casual, personal setting because she's so abrasive in her own way. I mean, sometimes more is less.
Yeah. It is addition by subtraction, and there's subtraction by addition as well. So I don't know. I agree with you on that. Yeah, it's kind of like Harrison Butker was correct, wasn't it? But anyway, Steve, I want to show you something real quick that Marcellus did, and talked about, and he talked about the WNBA on his show. He's gonna come on next week, talk Fox Sports stuff. But
he was plugged in.
yeah, he was plugged in. Have you heard this take right here by Marcellus and his crew? Take a look.
Women's sports to succeed. That said, if it's not successful, I want you to go away. Because simply, let's create something else that we want to watch. We don't have this conversation in women's tennis. We don't have this conversation even in women's volleyball is coming up.
But what's the definition of successful?
Profitable.
Like stand on your own. For me, and to me, that I want them to keep doing this, but the guilt trip on the NBA every single year, when it's 27 years later, and y'all in your best year still lost $40 million. 4-0. The way I play sports is I will compete against whoever. I just went to a track meet. The girls are racing the boys when they want to, like, it's the 800 or the mile. They're like, man, y'all just get on there together and race. And then at a certain age, the girls can handle it. Then at a certain age, they can't handle it. That's fine. We're going to give you a gold medal for beating the girls, and we're going to give you a gold medal for beating the boys. But I don't like this whole, well, you didn't beat anybody, but here's your gold medal. Because these women, the sport got to survive on its own, or it won't be a sport. It will be a charity. And
that's what it is. It's a charity now.
I think it's a club. It's a club. Like in college, cheer is not part of the sports as far as Title IX and shit. They don't cover that. They're considered a club. Like, it's actually a club. Like, badminton was a club in college. It wasn't a sport. It's not on that. You know how certain schools have, we got 18 sports here at Auburn. We got 28 sports here at Auburn. Badminton, cheer, other things aren't in there because they can't include them in Title IX legality-wise. Like, the people don't understand this whole Title IX thing. So those things are club sports. That's what WNBA is. No?
Well, let me start off with this. When Big Marcellus says he has no interest at all to ever go back to Fox or really mainstream media, when he says stuff like that, I believe him, because you could not say that on the 4-letter network. You couldn't say it on Fox Sports. You couldn't say it really anywhere that's a corporate legacy entity. But he is right. The thing about the WNBA is, and I've said this to Whitlock, the whole culture is unlikable. From the players to the fans to some of the media, the constant wagging of the finger, what Marcellus called the perpetual guilt trip, all of that. And then everyone has to pretend that they like it and that they virtue signal about it. I'm glad I'm at a place where I could just say, no, I don't really like it. I think it's kind of disgusting. I think it's bad. Now, I'll do it for Fearless because that's part of my job, and I think there's some social commentary to be had in relationship to that ecosystem. But I don't know if that league will ever truly be successful because it alienates too much of America. It's the reality. And they're incredibly unlikable, and I'd say downright toxic.
Nah, it is. And then Caitlin's becoming something. I know Whitlock's he's growing a beard actually because of it. He is out of his mind right now with Caitlin Clark. She went after refs, said, I'm going to call your boss. Like, what are we doing? She's become something like, I don't know, does she become bipolar overnight or something?
She's become whiny. Look, at the end of the day, you better toughen up. Toughen up or you're going to get broken. You've already bent. You've already tried to be woke. You've already tried to say about the white privilege and all that other stuff. So you bent the knee. Are you going to break now? So if you want to be like, that's why when I hear the Jordan comparisons, Jordan steeled himself, okay? Let's be honest. Jordan was a legitimate tough guy by NBA standards. She's kind of, she's weeble and wobbling. I wonder if she's going to fall down. I'm just, the way she behaves and the way she capitulates at times, not a fan.
So in 5 years from now, Caitlin Clark will be just another girl.
I have no
just
idea.
Another girl. She's gonna be the face of the league.
She'll be good. She'll be a good player and all that other stuff. I don't know if we're gonna still pretend to really care about it. But I would hope that one day she is in an environment that is Caitlin Clark friendly. And what I mean by that is a team and an organization and a coach that is all in alignment that, hey, she has to be our Allen Iverson, and we have to surround her with her version of Aaron McKee, Eric Snow, Theo Ratliff, Matt Geiger. Because that's really the type of game that I think that she would thrive in. But right now, it doesn't really seem like a perfect fit.
Steve, all that hype, all the Caitlin Clark rookie year thing, and the crowd crazy, the viewership going up, they still lost $40 million.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean,
it's a bad business model. I don't know much about business, Steve. I'm not a financier. I'm not that guy, but I'm going to tell you this. Continuing to be in the red, I don't understand. And depend on the NBA for 27 years. 27 years. I don't know how a business stays in. Any other business is closed down.
It's not a business. It's a subsidy. There's a difference.
I don't understand why people don't grab it. But anyway, let's transition to some boxing real quick. We got the great Jim Mora Sr. on after you today.
Playoffs.
I'm going to use your soundbite. I'm going to use your soundbite for that. Pacquiao versus Floyd rematch. Is there really something in the works?
I said that last week or this week's 3 knockdown rule. I said, Mario, should Manny Pacquiao win, I believe that there will be an effort to make Mayweather. And I can see what the slogan of this fight would be. Pacquiao Mayweather 2. This time we're really going to save boxing. This really.
How old are they? How old are they both?
Well, Manny's now 46. Oh. Mayweather's a little bit younger. But look, I'm not denying that there would be commercial interest with the general fan on that fight, Coach. But the fact that two guys into their 40s, 10 years after a dud of a fight, and it's actually 11 years now, I think, isn't it? It's 10 or 11. That they're doing this, and it's not like it'd be a seniors tour, it wouldn't be an exhibition, is an indictment, an absolute indictment on boxing. Turkey Al-Sheikh, save us. Good grief.
Well, that's the next topic because Turkey Al-Sheikh has announced he's eliminating pay-per-view for all future events beginning in November. What does this mean?
Well, that's for his events. And I think that's his agreement with the Zone. But I have a question with the Zone. They've already raised their prices several times. It's no longer this cheap bargain it was in the summer of 2018. Okay, but are you going to now charge us $100 a month for a subscription? Do you know that Saturday's pay-per-view, the first one that we're going to be watching, do you know you have to have a DAZN subscription? So basically, we're going to watch it on my laptop, and hopefully we could cast it. So make sure
I think I got DAZN.
Right, but you have to be a subscriber, I believe.
I think I am.
Well, we'll see about that, but whatever happens, happens. But here's the issue that I have with this, and I get it. That's their business model. They can do whatever they want, and I have the right not to like it. But, Coach, Manny Pacquiao's pay-per-view is a PBC show on Amazon Prime, but I checked my cable box. You could actually get it traditionally like a regular pay-per-view back 20 years ago where you'd go on channel 798 or whatever number that is, and it says pay-per-view events in demand.
You can order on your remote, remember?
Right, and I'm thinking, okay, that's good. The fact that they're making everyone be a DAZN subscriber and then you still have to pay. I'm like, wait a minute, guys. First of all, DAZN came into this, to the American market. You know what they told us? Pay-per-view is dead. It's over. Well, it rose from the ashes like the mighty phoenix because it's well and alive. This will be like their third pay-per-view event. I think in a couple of months. Dan Raphael pointed that out, my old colleague from ESPN. And $60, you can't even make it $25, $30. Boxing has a real issue. They will never change. And I hope Turkey Al-Sheikh means what he says. But before I start throwing a victory parade and pouring champagne on him, I want to make sure that my DAZN subscription does not go up to $100 a month then. You know, the reality is, Coach, I rarely watch DAZN. There's literally months at a time I don't watch it till there's a live fight on. And by the way, later that night, though, Bam Rodriguez, one of the best fighters in the world, who literally trains 5 minutes from your house, he will be on the regular DAZN platform. So we'll have that on, too.
So how many fights are Saturday?
Usyk, Dubois. That starts at about 11. Main event probably 2:30. Okay, that's one card. Starting at 5 o'clock, Manny Pacquiao, against Mario Barrios. Actually, a pretty good card top to bottom, okay? Even though I don't like Manny coming back, there's still intriguing, still entertaining stuff. And then Bam Rodriguez is on it right around the same time on the Zone. So that's why it's Summer Boxing Palooza 2025. Get your tickets now for a low price of $140 pay-per-view. Bonsai.
Interesting. So let me go full circle back here for a second. So the NFL Pro Bowl, do you watch it or not?
No.
NBA All-Star Game?
No.
Major League Baseball All-Star Game?
No.
WNBA?
Never. Hell no.
College basketball nowadays?
Maybe the Final Four. Maybe.
Now you're telling me boxing is in a bad spot.
Well, they've been in a bad spot. This has been a 50-year erosion. If you go through that to history, JB, 60, 70, 80 years ago, it was boxing, horse racing, baseball. They're the top three sports, right? Then coming into the 70s and 80s, it was on major network television for the most part. CBS, ABC, NBC. And if it was a really big fight, there was no pay-per-view. It was closed circuit. Had to go to a movie theater, and they'd show the fight. Then in the early to mid-'80s, more and more of their bigger fights went on premium cable, HBO, and then Showtime. What happened was now you're shifting away some of your audience behind a paywall. But boxing was still big all the way up until the 2000s for the most part, even though it became more and more niche. But as more and more fights went to pay-per-view, you started to really lose a lot of the audience. And then when many of the big fights, they weren't even rebroadcast a week or two later on CBS or ABC like they used to be, because HBO said, no, we get to only do the replay. That further hurt your ability to reach the masses. And here we are. See, nothing is ever destroyed quickly. There's an old saying, how did the newspaper business get to where it's at? And the answer is, I read this, it was gradual and then it was sudden.
And that's my point, Steve. I'm trying to be full circle. 2 years ago on the show, you and I had a discussion. I said American sports are dead. And then you
agree, it is.
And Smitty and everybody like, no way. And I talked to Shaun Salisbury. I said, American sports are dying. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I said they're dying.
Yeah, I mean, they're always going to be dying.
2 years later, are they dead?
Well, I think it's a perpetual decline. If you look at the numbers, I think sports, when it comes to live television ratings or in terms of events, it still does pretty well. But think about this, JB. For the first time in, I believe, 75 years, when Top Rank has their last show under their exclusive ESPN contract, July 26th, Xander Zayas fights, Bruce Carrington fights from the Madison Square Garden Theater. This will be the first time in about 75 years that a major network in America, none of them, will actually have a regular televised boxing series. Just think about that.
And that's why, and if you just ask me, and I'm not, like, the rise of MMA and UFC and that combat style of sport, you can't tell me that the rise has gone faster than we probably thought it would because of the decline of American sports. You can't tell me.
Look, the UFC's done a great job of kind of insulating itself. Dana White, the Fertittas, they have to be given a lot of credit. But their business model is much more fan-friendly. They want fights. They're not trying to protect guys. Their bigger stars are a little bit more active than the boxing stars. I mean, the fact that Tank Davis, at his age, one of the 4 or 5 biggest names in American boxing, Coach, it looks like the Roach rematch is not going to happen. It's not. I was told by someone that works with Lamont Roach a couple days ago, they can't go on the record yet, but I've been conversing with them the last 3 weeks because they were getting very antsy over what they were hearing. And they simply told me via text, I'll show you on Saturday. We're moving on. New date, new opponent. And I'm like, wow. I mean, think about it, Coach. We watched that fight together, I think, March 1st, right? The live stream afterwards. Guess what, Coach? Lamont Roach is going to have to get a new guy to fight, and they don't know when and where. And I believe Tank Davis may not fight at all the rest of 2025. How do you sustain a sport where your biggest marquee names do not perform? It's not possible.
You think the overpaying of athletes is ruining the actual game itself?
To a certain degree, it's changed the dynamic. But when you lower the expectations and the adults give up or they cede the responsibility of enforcing discipline, yeah, there's an issue. And I don't like when boxing fans say, well, these guys make so much money, they don't have to fight. Maybe, but, a lot of fans have pointed out to me, Steve, most of the issues are with the American fighters, the guys that bitch and moan and complain all the time. The fighters like Inoue, Monster Inoue, he makes more money than just about any fighter in America. He's probably among the top 3 or 4 fighters in terms of real revenue, right? He makes 8 figures in Japan. Coach, he's flat out said, no, I'm staying active. This is what I do. This is my craft. I want to continue to get better at this. He's gonna probably fight 4 times this year, and he's already fought twice. He's got to fight in September, and my understanding is he's going to fight again in December.
Do you wish Crawford was that way?
Yeah, but he's not. He's not. He's doing this now once a year. That's what he does. There's nothing we can do about it. But he's at the tail end of his career. I'm not worried about the guys at the very end. My biggest concern is once Canelo leaves, and he'll have about 70 fights when it's all said and done. Salute to him, right? No matter what anyone thinks. When we have young fighters in their mid-20s or early 20s only fighting once or twice a year, I'm thinking you'll never be a star. Canelo might be the last crossover star in boxing. Maybe Jake Paul, but that's a little different. He's not a full-time boxer, or he wasn't a boxer in the beginning. But Bam Rodriguez, I think he's in the top 5 or 6 fighters in the world. He's 24, 25 years old. He last fought in November, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. Shouldn't you have fought in like March or April? And then again, but there were reasons, there were issues. But if I don't see you, Coach, you are out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm boxing gonna be interesting. I can't wait. I want to watch it Saturday with you. Let's dive into college football real quick. While I have you on, Missouri head coach Eli Drinkwitz pitched a 30-team football playoff with play-in games.
What the fuck?
Steve, he wants play-in games, and quote, he said, now you're talking about an opportunity for 30 teams, 30 fan bases to be excited and engaged in giving revenue. You've got 30 teams with players who have access to compete for a championship. So for me, I think it makes a lot more sense.
That's because he's one of those teams that's probably Eli drank too much when he said that. I don't look. Missouri's a good program. He's done a hell of a job. He's steadied that program and he's elevated. The most unique thing about college football, it was the most important and best regular season of any major sport in America by far. Because every game, whether it was week 1, week 7, week 12, had a certain value. And if you lost in week 1, it could impact your rest of your year. And I don't actually mind a 16-team playoff, Coach, and I've told you this. But if we had the other conferences, like traditional Pac-10, WAC, Mountain West, ACC, Big East, Big Ten, and SEC, and everyone earned the spot, right? Instead of just having this 2 super conference invitational where the teams are just going to recycle matchups. I mean, Coach, how special is it if teams are going to play 2-3 times a year? That's called pro football. That's NFL.
I know.
I don't we've lost. And then I'm like, Coach Drinkwitz, I know why you want it, because you want to be able to say, well, we keep making the playoffs because you are generally among the top 20 teams now. But it's just too much. You're diluting the value of the regular season. I hate this.
I like fucking 2 teams. Here's the thing, Steve. I want to be clear. Like, I'm the old man on the... Do you know if you talk to Urban Meyer or Pete Carroll or Jimmy Johnson or any of these guys, we're going to have Jim Mora on, and I'm going to ask him the same thing. They will tell you walking away with the national championship from the true 2 teams, the best 2 in America playing for it all, is much more rewarding than a fucking 12 team thrown at the wall, see if it sticks, and you get a 12 seed who shouldn't even be in the damn thing.
I have a question as a football guy. What's more special? Teams that had to go 12 or 15-0?
Yep.
Or teams that go 13-2 and went through a playoff? What's actually more difficult? Going through a playoff at the end where you're playing the elite teams, or where you have to be perfect every single week for 3.5, 4 months? What's more impressive to you?
The old way. I just thought it was more organic. I don't think you had the fluff schedule in between. You had maybe one team that was a buy-in game or something like that. But all right, you remember back in the day with BYU would play in all those Freedom Bowls and
Holiday Bowl, really. Holiday
Bowl and all these different guys. So they were playing like 13, 14 games. Nobody else would play as much as BYU because BYU was playing a longer schedule than everybody else. And they would go 12-1, 12-2 at times.
They're the first team to ever play 15 games. You know that? You know who the quarterback was that year? Steve Sarkisian. It was 1996. They went 14-1.
Yep, and one of my good friends, and Kalani was the fullback on that team. So that was that's why he's full circle. He's back there. I think that schedule was more rewarding at the end of the year.
Coach, the fact that every game felt like a playoff game under the old system, you're like, wow, this is pretty thrilling. It's like being on a tightrope. Now it's like you're on a tightrope, but you have like 3 safety nets. I'm just like, I don't.
Isn't that the NFL though model again? We're going back to the same thing. I keep bringing up this whole thing. Shaun and Salisbury and I were arguing about it, and I'm like, no, I don't believe in this whole salary cap thing. I believe in the contract thing. Screw the salary cap thing. I don't think that's going to be the same. The contract thing makes more sense to me, even though we can break a contract, but not if the other school don't pay that player. That player's not leaving.
Coach, I'm going to say this again ad nauseum. I know it's my mantra. You make these kids sit out a year after transferring, it'll take care of half these issues.
Or just don't pay them at the new school. Don't pay them at the new school. The same thing.
But Coach, there's going to be a situation, watch. And let's go with Michigan, Ohio State. And the Sharon Moore's recruiting very well, and they'll be back to being very good soon, right? There's going to be a time where a rivalry like that, or let's say Georgia, Alabama in the years that they actually play, and this year they do play again, right? They don't play every year, by the way. They don't. But there's going to be a year where they're going to have a regular season matchup. Boom. Then guess what? Since there's no divisions anymore for the most part, they're going to play in the conference title game as the 1 and 2 team, but they're still going to make the playoffs. Guess what, Coach? They could have a rubber match.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Man, I'm just telling you, this thing's so screwed up. They did not forward think this when these.
Look, back
maybe Steve, because maybe fucking Condoleezza Rice was involved. Maybe I don't know.
No, I don't blame her for that. She had nothing to do. But here's the other thing:
the voters.
There was a time when there were bowl rematches, like Nebraska and Oklahoma. I think in the late '70s played twice. Miami and Florida State in 2003 played twice. You know what? It was kind of like, oh God, you lose the specialness of the original rivalry game. And the fact that, hey, if we won the first time, we got to live off that victory for 306. Now we're like, wait, we got to win again? I remember Florida and Florida State played a rematch in 96. And this was a situation where Bobby Bowden was pissed. In 96, Florida State beats Florida. Hard-hitting game. I mean, they beat up Danny Werfel. There was a lot of cheap shots. Or as Bobby would say, well, God, dadgummit, we just hit through the echo of the whistle now, dadgummit. And Spurrier was pissed, but they won a close game. Warwick Dunn went off. Then Nebraska got upset by Texas in the initial Big 12 title game. They went for it on that 4th and 1, and Derek Lewis went down there. So then all of a sudden, Florida got right back into the number 2 spot. And Florida State was like, geez, now we got to play Florida again. And I knew it. Steve Spurrier made some adjustments. He ran his fullback right near the quarterback coach. He made some unbelievable adjustments in his pass pro. Put his running back right next to Werfel. So whoever came in the A gap was already going to be double teamed. They smoked him like 52-24. And Bobby Bowden had a right to be bitter because back in those days, you were expected to beat a team just once. I kind of like the fact that, hey, you get one shot at this every year. That's it.
Steve, let me ask you something. Do you know anything about the beef that your boy Uncle Luke is having with the Miami fan base and Mario Cristobal at all?
Well, he always does that. I mean, people look, Luke is Luke. He has a player on the team that he coached at Edison named Ray Joseph, who hasn't really flourished yet. He's a little bit upset over the playing time. He basically trashed Kevin Beard, who's a really good wide receiver coach. I've met Coach Beard. What an outstanding individual. He won't ever remember when I met him with Brad Kaya's father outside of All Sports way back when. This is when he was with Al Goldman, and he got hired back. I think the world of Coach Beard. I think most people think very highly of him, but because his guy doesn't play, he called him the worst wide receiver coach in America. And Kevin Beard's a black guy. And I'm like, okay, that's black on black crime. And there are a lot of Miami fans to this day who have not forgiven Luke for basically saying when Butch Davis got the job, if you don't start Ryan Collins, I'm telling all. Ryan Collins was a black quarterback, and he basically said if Butch Davis doesn't start him, I'm snitching on the program. They were already on probation. And so my thing is with Luke, people give you credit as being like the number one Hurricane fan, or Jack Nicholson, if you will. Is it about you or the kids or the program? Honestly.
He wants Luke Campbell way to be a street.
Say what you want about Snoop when he was pretending to be a big USC fan. He never threatened to snitch on the program. He was probably trying to help the program.
No, he was. Pete Carroll's right-hand man at that time.
So my view is this. So if Ray Joseph suddenly earns rotation minutes, and there's no guarantee this year that he will, and I like Ray. He's been a good soldier. I don't think we really helped him out on punt returns, but he's getting into it, and, I think he's, I don't know. I personally think he'd be better off going back to campaigning for Kamala Harris. That's just my view of it.
Let me dive into something else real quick, college football wise. Memphis was placed on 2 years probation. Steve, before I even tell you why, why is the NCAA still putting people on probation? They put people on probation now for the craziest shit to me. I don't understand it. But anyway, they were placed on 2 years probation and fined, Steve, as a result of academic integrity violations. The NCAA, non-caring assholes of America, determined academic counselor Leslie Brooks paid 2 softball student athletes to do coursework for a men's basketball player.
I didn't even know this stuff was going on in terms of the enforcement. Really. All right. Well,
so you're telling me they're fine tooth combing every D1 school? Because we want to talk about Charleston White and snitching. I could snitch on like 36 D1s right now.
Of course, look, that's the old line from Jerry Tarkanian. He said the NCAA so pissed off at UCLA, they put Long Beach State on 2 years probation.
Yeah.
It is selective enforcement.
And it killed him. It killed a man.
Yeah. Well, okay. that didn't. He was pretty old. I love Shark. The Shark died of natural causes. I don't think he got over on the NCAA. He actually won some money against them.
No, I'm talking about football. I'm talking about
Long Beach State didn't have the money though. Remember, it wasn't Willie Brown their last coach after George Allen.
Yeah, but George died. George died on the practice field.
George died of pneumonia when they threw the water on him. Right? Wasn't that? Yeah.
Long Beach State at the time was on they were bringing in some dollars. They were playing. I know they were playing at a shithole place, but they had to play. A JUCO stadium. But at the
time, their last team in the early '90s, believe it or not, they had Terrell Davis.
Yes.
On that team.
Yep.
Their quarterback, McCoy.
Yep.
I think became an offensive coordinator. Mike McCoy, maybe, I think his name was. And they had Mark Say, a wide receiver who was on the 94 Chargers.
Yep.
And their defensive back was Chad Wilson out of Moreno Valley, who ended up transferring to Miami.
Yep. Because they played
Miami in 91.
They played Miami.
Yeah. They lost to him 58-0. And Chad Wilson is the only player in that 58-game home winning streak that the Hurricanes had. He was on the winning team and the losing team during that streak.
Steve, just so everybody's out there, it's clear that probably don't know the story, but Long Beach State had, in my eyes, and I had buddies that coached there who later became the head coach at Chapman for many years, Coach Visser. He was the running back coach on that Long Beach State team for George Allen and others. They had a running back at the time who got killed by Signal Hill Police. And then the mother sued, they won, and then Signal Hill Police changed to Signal Hill, or it turned into Long Beach Sheriff. So basically, it folded the whole department because of the lawsuit. But they had a running back who Coach Visser and others that I respect in the business will tell you he was all that and more than Barry Sanders. And I got to see him as a youngster. I got to see him when I was really young. And then I saw film that Coach Visser showed me. This dude was different. He was special. They had a guy named Ron Settles. They did an autopsy on that HBO special. They did an autopsy, and he was one of the persons that they discussed and showed how he did. They found him in the back of a paddy wagon in Signal Hill, hung, and he was the greatest running back on film that I've ever seen.
Wow, so he was better than Terrell Davis.
Oh, Terrell wouldn't have played. Like, them guys wouldn't have played over him. He was the dude, like the big time.
Barry. Show you though, Coach. Even programs of that ilk back then. Terrell Davis went to Georgia. Chad Wilson went to Miami.
You know what else they had was the other running back out of San Jacinto JUCO right here that ended up going to goddamn, where did he end up going? The big back went to Denver also.
Really?
Damn it. The big running back went to Mount San Jacinto. Older cat, was a Marine. Then he went to play for Denver.
Really? I don't remember him.
Mike Johnson or shit. God damn, I'm thinking of the running back's name. Anyway.
But those guys went to big programs. They had some guys. That was when like a Prime Ticket would show games with them, Cal State Fullerton.
Mike Anderson.
Oh, Mike Anderson?
Mike Anderson went to San Jacinto.
Did he go to Utah though?
No, I'm saying he played for Denver, but yeah, he went to San Jacinto, went to Utah, and then in the NFL, but he went to Long Beach State too, and then the whole thing happened. He ended up not going ever. He never enrolled, but he signed. He was going to Long Beach State. So him, Terrell, they had some big time. Long Beach was doing some stuff, and I'm just telling you, they were locking down Cali JUCO guys at the time.
Yeah.
And then that whole thing happened, and that was it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Everybody's doing this, by the way, though. Everybody, besides BYU, who can't have sex legally, is screwing each other so that they can get the girls and the boys to help each other do classwork. That's how the NCAA, that's how college sports has worked for 50 years, Steve. I don't understand why you want to go through now and suspend Memphis and put them on probation. Like, this shit is crazy, man. I don't get it. Moving on to the Big Ten, Steve, real quick. They will not back off its preferred college football playoff format.
Good.
Guaranteeing the League 4 automatic qualifiers unless the SEC decides to add a 9th conference game. Where are you at with this?
Look, I like the 5 and 11, and I like the fact that the conferences are actually warring. And I actually think it's a good thing that the SEC and Big Ten are not eye to eye because they're trying to become the AFC and NFC. And I like Yormark, Big 12 Brett Yormark standing up for his conference. And I like the 5 and 11. Let's go 5 automatic bids. And Yormark said something I loved. He said, look, because they asked him on this show, I think 365 Sports, shout out to those guys. They do an excellent job. They said, well, okay, Mr. Yormark, well, what if one year the SEC gets 8 teams? And he said to me, good. If they earned it, they deserve it. That's the way. And I said, you know what? Let's go with that then. Let's go with that. I like the 5 and 11. I don't think there should be automatic bids for coming in 2nd or 3rd place in a conference.
Never.
Unless you're really one of the top 12 teams or 16.
See, if I was them and if I was, I'm not, like I said, I'm not that smart, but I would eliminate the bye altogether and play this damn thing out because, Steve, with the 4 portals now that we have, you have too many open opportunities to change your roster before you even have a spring ball or winter conditioning happen. And if you go into February to a fucking national title game, your spring ball is in March.
Look, that's another thing I would do. 1 portal window.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, but by the way, I want to rescind one thing. You know, I looked at Georgia's schedule. Coach, I think I'm going to go back on the over on them.
Sean Salisbury said over too.
Yeah, because I looked at their schedule. I was looking at the Phil Steele schedule. I'm like, they get Bama at home this year, and I think they're going to be 3-0 coming into that game. And this year they get Texas at home. Gunnar Stockton does not have to be great. He has to do his impersonation of Stetson Bennett.
By the way, he looks like 45-year-old Matt.
I was like, what the? Is that why? I was like, God, really?
He looks
like on like those Hong Kong Little League World Series teams at age 18 or something. I was like, wow, he looks old. Yeah, anyway.
But I'm trying to do the math, Steve, and we got too many guys over 9 wins. It's not possible.
They don't always play each other, though. That's the thing about the SEC. When they say
I get it.
They rotate. Georgia and Alabama play about once every 6-7 years in the regular season. Did you know that Bama and Georgia, the last time Georgia hosted Alabama was 2015? Mark Richt last year got blown off the field. So it's when people say, well, we have all these teams, I'm like, right, and they don't all play each other. That's why I think the Big Ten is saying, hey, add that 9th game.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I don't know, Steve. I'm not really sold on the college football playoff format. I'm not sold on the game.
It is what it is. This is what we're getting. It's
they want more money.
Fans like it or leave it.
I really believe it'll be FBS style soon. It'll be 32 teams or more one day. I'm just telling you, we're going to go into, it's going to be year-round football. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's going to be very interesting to see this, but we'll see.
Hey, Coach, you know another Big 12 quarterback that I didn't mention that I like that has possibilities, and I got to see him live as I think he was a redshirt freshman at that point. Connor Wigman of Houston. I saw him in 2023 against Miami. I was impressed. He got injured about a month later, and he was making really good strides as an A&M Aggie. And last year, he just didn't look the same. Then Harlan Reed took over the job. I think Willie Fritz has a shot here to be a markedly better team at Houston because that man can build and develop a program. Connor Wigman has a really high ceiling. There's a reason why he was a 5-star. So that's another Big 12 quarterback that I'm thinking that guy's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I know Willie well. I think he'll be on the show next week. Coach Fritz will be on the show.
If Jake Retzlaff hadn't been caught laying more pipe than a plumber, Big 12 has the best quarterback play.
I know.
Top to bottom. And by the way, Coach, I was asked this on another show. Where does Retzlaff go? Coach,
that's what I was going to ask you right now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If he goes to any program right now, he's not the starter, right?
No, that's what I was saying. I wanted to bring it up with you because I asked Smitty yesterday. So the cat can't transfer. They wouldn't allow him in the portal. So did you read the whole dynamic?
Well, he did the Xavier Lucas. He's not going in the portal. He's just going to enroll at a school. I'm like, all right.
So he has to walk on. So he has to walk on now because of the rule. So what roster culturally is willing to bring in a guy that we have some unknown variables we don't know about, whether whatever happened, the girl reneged on the lawsuit, did he really do whatever he did, blah, blah, blah. Now, as a head coach, am I going to bring in that guy and then tell the guy that has been there since January, hey, dog, sit down. I got this guy coming in. That ruins a locker room more than often than not.
And you have to learn a new system. I think.
And what team is in that bad of a need right now that you can think of? Well, you know better than me.
If I'm Retzlaff, I look at a school that says, hey, sit out the year. If you have a redshirt year available, we have a quarterback on his last year of eligibility is going to move on. If you're willing to redshirt, if you can, all right, let's start working for you to be the starter next year. And that's the best thing. For the last thing I want to do if I'm Retzlaff is to shoehorn my way into a bad situation, not know the system, and then have a bad year. All right? This situation is unfortunate. I'm not making a judgment on it. I'm not here to adjudicate it. I don't know what happened. But if I were his parent or advisor, I'd say, all right, Jake, if we can redshirt, let's redshirt. Let's get you the best situation we can for next season.
So let me ask you this. So when this walk-on rule kicks in that they don't want, they want to eliminate walk-ons, correct?
Ugh, yeah, that's another thing, yeah.
So can you imagine the lawsuit that's going to come? If Pavia got a lawsuit and won to get an extra year of fucking JUCO, then what do you think is going to happen if this kid's scenario comes up and he can't walk on?
Yeah,
look, how many schools don't release you to the portal and now you can't walk on because there is no more such thing as walk-ons?
Well,
now the lawsuits are going to be unbelievable.
Well, Coach, listening to Kalani at the Big 12 Media Days, it seems to me like he's on very good terms with Jake. I don't think there's going to be an issue with BYU. Their view is like, hey, look, Jake, we have rules here. You broke them. We're going to release you. It's not like he's being held hostage there in Provo. But
No. Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying if he couldn't walk on anywhere else, because of the rule, he can't enter the portal because he violated the deal. So by the rule, there's no portal. So he can't go in and get
there's
a
no
scholarship.
rules anymore. There's really no rules.
And that's my point. That's my point why we're talking about Memphis being on probation. That it's crazy to me. Like this don't make no sense. But I don't know. I'm kind of confused. But anyway, real quick, before you get out of here, in May, the first 2 picks of the second round of the NFL draft, Carson Schwarzenegger and Jaden Higgins, signed fully guaranteed contracts. Since then, none of the remaining second round picks have signed, as they are all seeking fully guaranteed deals. Something typically reserved for veterans and first round selections. Goes back to my argument with the Smitty about this kid that held out in Shamar Stewart with the Bengals.
He's back at A&M looking for. He might go back to.
I want to bring this whole full circle to him. That's why I brought this up. So, what are we doing now? What is this? Is this not transcending from college, NIL, and portal to the NFL? Now, I'm telling you, that's what is happening. For the first time ever, it's going like this, upwards. High school, portal 4 times. College, portal 4 times.
Look, the players and the agents can try to leverage whatever they want, but I think the bigger issue is maybe when they become veterans, they become player union heads, or they go up to their leadership and say, hey, we want to change in this collective bargaining agreement. I don't know. I heard about this, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, are you guys willing, if you feel that strongly about it, to sit out? Are you? I mean, I don't know. Look, sign the deal.
You know the rules, Steve. You know the rules better. So what's the deal with the – I know amateurism's done. You can sign with an agent and still go back to college. So is that the same thing even after being drafted?
I don't know. I think there's a clear rule that if you're drafted, you can't go back. It's not, there's no precedent for that.
Because he has years of eligibility, right? He has eligibility college-wise. I just don't know.
But I mean –
if that happens, if this happens and he comes out and plays college football again, it's going to be a bad.
That's a Pandora's box. You know why? Because a lot of players will be like, oh, I'm a 4th rounder. I thought it was going to be 2nd. I'm going back. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just
telling you, this is going to be the worst thing that could possibly happen if that happens. So if he doesn't play, and then what happens to Bengals' first round pick? Like, so they didn't even get their pick.
A wasted pick. Remember, Bo Jackson sat out.
Yep.
Didn't want to play for Hugh Culverhouse, and he said, I'll play baseball. And guess what? The Buccaneers got nothing for him because they did not trade him. He went back into the draft pool, and the Raiders picked him up, I think, in round 6 or 7. So that's been done before. I remember Mel Bratton blew out his knee in the national title game for Miami in the 88 Orange Bowl. Got drafted, didn't like where he was situated, and he went back in the draft and then ended up going to Denver, I believe, in 89. So that's been done before. It's rare, but it's been done before. But never has a guy gone into the draft, been selected, and then come right back to school. I think you're opening up a huge Pandora's box. You allow that to happen.
Steven, the Cincinnati Bengals, real quick, like, are they ruining Joe Burrow here? Like, I get all the things. Like, I'm actually, again, I want the kids to play. If you get drafted, it's an honor to play in the NFL. I don't want to hear all the bullshit. You already knew the deal. That's my opinion. It is what it is. So we can debate that all day long, and everybody's like, oh, the kid's right. He should sit out. Anyway, it doesn't happen. It's never really happened in the NFL other than a few scenarios. But having said that, the Bengals, though, got the number 1 sack leader over the last 2 years, not signed. They didn't get this pass rusher, edge guy, outside backer guy, and Shamar Stewart, a first rounder, not signed. And Joe Burrow's got to be sitting there like, hold on, man. We didn't make the playoffs last year because what you refused to do and address on defense, we signed 2 wideouts to ridiculous amounts of money.
But that's helping Burrow, though, Coach.
But I think what the point is, they're telling Burrow we're going to do what we have to do to win a Super Bowl. But if you don't address those things,
well, they better get Hendrickson in camp. That much is true. Funniest line I heard about the Shamar Stewart thing on Twitter was, Shamar Stewart, I understand he doesn't want to go to A&M. He wants to reach that 5 sack mark for his career.
I know that's the other thing about it. Like, it's not like he had
we're not talking Sam Adams here, guys. This hasn't exactly been Aaron Wallace or John Roper. You know, Shamar Stewart has a lot of physical ability. His actual production, I look at it and I'm like, I guess, you know.
Yeah. Last thing, Steve. This Judkins situation is getting kind of big.
That's an interesting rookie class for Cleveland, huh, Coach? How's that working out for them?
Another Ohio State running back in the news for the wrong thing. But I want you to listen to the 911 call from the broad involved in this, because I'm hearing a lot of interesting details. I want to ask you what you think about it. Take a listen.
I had a high-profile male that I was in a relationship with put his hands on me.
When did that happen?
This happened 3 days ago.
So that would have been the 9th of July.
Steve, I love the guy, though. When did this happen?
Did she say 4th of July?
It was the 9th.
He said, when did this happen? Like, he didn't give a fuck. He was like, yeah, another fucking liar.
So there were fireworks.
But he said,
He sounded fatigued. Let's be honest. He sounded fatigued. Come on.
He actually said 5th of July, I think. Let's listen.
I can tell you right now.
How do you forget when you got beat on? Not pee. I didn't say peed on. I said how do you forget?
Look, even with the Tank Davis thing, even though we all make our jokes, look again. As in the immortal words of Don King, this is why we have a system of Jewish prudence. Let's let the facts lay out here before we throw Q Judkins in jail for life. Let's hear everything out. Let's just put it this way. I've become very cynical when it comes to a lot of these situations. I'll just leave it at that.
The first question I want to ask. I don't want to hear traumatic event, RYN. Shut up.
Traumatic for who?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question. You think Quinshon's not, you don't think he's a little traumatized right now?
Why did it take her 3 days to call? That's the number one thing. 3 days ago, you wonder why the guy's like, why did you call now? Let me listen to the rest.
Sorry, I'm trying to go on my phone.
You're fine. Is there a reason that you didn't call the day that the incident occurred?
Yes, there is, because I thought that we could work through it, and obviously we couldn't.
Right, time out. I know what happened. Time out. 2-minute offense. He's leaving her. She wanted to stay. And she's thinking, whoa, wait a minute. I don't even have a kid with you. I don't have my 18-year annuity. Well, you're leaving? Ow! I hurt. That's the coach. Add it up. Working it out means, are you going to stay with me as you become a pro? Come on.
I've been working it out. I've been seeing this for a long time.
I can do the math. I'm telling you.
I've seen this a long time, Steve. Yeah. She didn't get the Tyreek Hill's 11th kid. She didn't get it. She needs that sperm.
See, fellas, should I go here?
Yes,
fellas,
go there.
This is why sometimes you might have to drink the milk. I'll just leave it at that.
You know what? Milk. Speaking of milk and magnesia, you know what? I got a clip that's going to come out later on today.
Not that there's not issues with the milk, because the milk can get spoiled.
Yes.
It's not properly pasteurized.
Milk
this is why so many athletes partake.
That's why I say fuck white moms. That's why fuck white moms. That's why I hate white moms. But let me ask you.
Well, I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. You said.
But listen, I think if you wear a mask in your car by yourself, you jack off with a rubber on at home. And that's the bottom line. And that's this scenario.
That would make cleanup easier. But anyway,
see, Smitty said that.
There's no doubt that Quinshon said, hey, I think we're going to move on. I'm going to put you on waivers. Please bring your playbook. She wasn't having it.
So he was the Turk?
Yeah. This was a Hard Knocks episode where the guy wouldn't leave the office.
The rest for
now, but the situation happened on Tuesday. Monday, early Tuesday, so like around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Tuesday.
Because that would have been July 8th.
Correct.
Did you have to go to the hospital for any medical treatment?
I didn't go to the hospital for medical treatment, but I will say that I am still in pain, and I have a lot more of my story to tell. I just need to. And I still have visible bruises and evidence on my body of the event.
It's 3 days later, broad. Here's the problem. Listen, if you hit a woman, I think you're I think you're the bottom of bottom. Number one. Number two. So we don't know what really happened. Number two.
Right. I think we got to reserve judgment here. This is like a thin line between love and hate. Right now, Quinshawn might be Martin Lawrence.
No, I get it, but on her end though, I don't believe anything you say. You could have beat yourself up in 3 days and put bruises all over your body.
Love and hate, Martin Lawrence.
Steve, I've seen a female hit herself. I'm telling you, these broads, man, anything that bleeds once a month and don't die, I'm telling you, there's a problem. But anyway, Steve, been a great episode.
Saturday. I'll see you Saturday. I'll let you know what time. And tonight, you know where to be tonight.
I'm going to go talk to Phil because I'm coming down there. I got to pull the boat again after I take my mom to the doctor.
We'll be there. We'll be there.
All right. What time?
Our usual time. We started about 6. I got a special viewing. You're going to watch this. But anyway, I'll see you later tonight, and I'll definitely see you Saturday.
Peace. Steve Kim, everybody. The you. We got Jim Mora Sr. joining us here shortly, hopefully. Bailey's working on getting him on behind the scenes. I just want to give you a little precursor. I know the family well. Jim Sr. is pushing 90 years old, respectfully, and the Glendale, California native. And understand something. He has a little bit of a hearing issue, so he's got some earbuds in. He'll have some earbuds in, but understand, if you can't hear me and I'm yelling, you know why. I'm giving you guys a fucking heads up right now. He's 90. But he is a fucking legend. His son is the head coach at UConn right now, Jim Jr., the pride of Seattle, Washington. I believe they live out here in California. I know where, but I'm not going to say all that. And great family, great coaches, great. He's a legend, man. I like having legends on. And yeah, we will get up-to-date younger people on the show during the season. But right now, let me be Coach JB, and get legends on that we don't have much more time with on this fucking show. That's what you don't understand. So Bailey's working on it. And then Bailey, let me hit up somebody that can help him, Bailey, on his side, if possible. I'm gonna see if his niece can help him get on, Bailey. I bet. Got you. But I'm saying technology-wise, I'll see if she can help him. We'll be back in about 4 minutes. Bailey is taking us to a commercial as he's trying to get Jim on, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes. Peace. Mina Kimes has come out and said yesterday. I don't know if we have a video on this, Bailey, or not. I should have asked you, but Bailey does have the tweet, and it says, do we have the video, Bailey? Can we get the video so everyone knows what she's saying? My bad, Bailey. I put Bailey in a bad spot on that one. We should have had the video because this wasn't a discussion, but I wanted to bring it up.
Bad coaching.
We're going to bring it up with Noel, though, on the big board. So I want to give everybody some context that doesn't know. That Mina basically came out. All right, Bailey's gonna find the video, and I basically came out and said that they're making quarterbacks check the ball down because of all the too high safeties that was being played, and it's at an all-time high. We've never seen this much too high. I mean, dog, I can't do it much longer. I'm just gonna be real with you. I can't do it. I tagged Dan Orlovsky because I'm tired of dealing with him. Take a listen to a video.
I think there are a couple things, Laura, that stand out. One, you got a lot of rookie quarterbacks playing, and historically, rookie quarterbacks have always struggled out the gate. I think a couple of those guys that you mentioned have been struggling for a while. Deshaun Watson, Bryce Young, Kirk Cousins, obviously, with the injury. But another thing I think that's pretty significant is the way defenses are playing offenses, which is to say, basically daring them to either run the ball or check it down. In fact, in week 1, defenses played with light boxes against the run at the highest rate since NGS started tracking the data 8 years ago. They played too high shell coverage at the highest rate since NGS by a pretty dramatic margin. And because of that, you'll see here, the average depth of target for quarterbacks was the lowest it's been in years. Not just the lowest, though. It's been trending down for a while. Took a sharp turn. I mean, we're talking about a full yard down since 2019. So essentially, defenses are making quarterbacks into a bunch of check down artists.
Based upon, because it's my first time seeing the video, based upon what she said, it sound I know enough about her to know she's very, like, she goes based upon stats and like
what the
analytics
teleprompter says.
No.
Be honest.
This ain't no teleprompter read.
Yeah, it is.
No, this is not.
She's definitely reading. Look at her.
This ain't a teleprompter read.
She's reading.
This is from her researcher.
No.
Let me break it down to you. Every talent has a researcher for themselves.
I know.
They go in, they let you know what the topic's going to be for that day of the show. They ask the talent what's their just overall opinion on said topic, and then the researcher feeds them with enough information to back up whatever they're trying to do. So Mina probably went in and said, I feel like these QBs are they're not throwing the same amount of yards that they've done in the past. Give me as much information you can give me to back up that point. And they gave her actual probably numbers and stats that backed up the fact that last week they played that defense at a higher percentage than they've done in a while. That's how I'm reading it. I don't think she's saying that they've never played cover 2 shell. That's never no. I'm reading that like she's saying, based upon actual literal statistics and numbers, this is what the data is telling me. I just want to start there, but go ahead.
Listen, Smitty works at Fox. He knows how this thing works. He knows the inner workings of this thing.
And you do. I mean, you've been around. So
but that doesn't mean what she said is fact. Bottom line is she's a statistical nightmare. She's living off teleprompters at her boss. And I'm going to say what Smitty just said and call it her boss. What I mean by her boss means whoever's giving her the information to read is all she does. That's all she does. She literally, I don't know. Listen, I might come off and sound crazy here, but I'm going to be honest. Has anyone ever gone to the clinic? Coaches, have you guys gone to the AFCA?
I know who you're talking about.
Have you guys all gone to the AFCA clinic or the Glacier clinic and went out and sought out the fucking Asian female to talk to her about coverage, quarters, and cover 2? Has anyone in this chat, any coaches out there, have you guys sought out? Have you guys gone after the small Asian girl that, can I go find the small Asian girl to break down cover 2 for me? Coach Davis, have you ever done that? I'm asking a question, dog. I'm asking a question. No, I'm just saying. No hate. I'm just throwing a question out there. I haven't seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen going out and asking the girl at the clinic about quarters coverage. But anyway, listen, having said that, she literally just came on ESPN and on a huge network, and they allowed her to say what she said. And look at my tweet there. God damn. Can someone please shut this up? She is embarrassing to listen to. Mina, you know nothing. You are repeating data from your boss's teleprompter, as Smitty just eloquently said. 2 high safeties have been around far before you, Mina, and far after this stupid-ass take. infamous one of the palm trees that Ash ate. So.
Can't fucking believe you. See this fucking dog? You see this? Who just eats a whole fucking palm tree, man? You guys are fucking shitting me. Just fucking unearthed the motherfucker. Ate the whole fucking thing. Like, who eats a whole fucking palm tree? Like, you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Now, let's check now. Who did it? I'm gonna look at the fucking camera. Who fucking did it? Sit down.
Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Now, do we understand each other? Excuse me. There is no more fucking up palm trees. I'm tired of spending all this money, and now I've created a whole fucking barricade for you. So I don't want to have to dig this bitch out. I'm fucking dead. I'm old, my back hurts, I'm fucking stiff as a porn dick. Come here, sit down. Sit down. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down, now, you come over here with me. Come on. Here's what I had to do to fucking stop you. And I got a better, beautiful, bigger tree. So now we are shitting in tall grass.
Hey, well, fuck it. I'll go home tonight. I'll drink my yak and smoke my stick, and I'll get it back cracking.
Boom, 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 boom. We're back in the building. We're trying to get Coach Mora on. I think he's in the background here. We'll see if we can get Coach on here. He's working on it. So I see him. So we'll see. Bailey will let me know. Can't thank him enough for trying. Sometimes this thing is not, I'm horrible with technology, so I get it. We'll see what happens. Bailey, I see him, so I don't know if he's ready or what. My bad. We're good, huh? All right, bet. We'll wait till he's ready to go. Tell him the coach to get a thumbs up. Christian, I'm not going to address you right now because I'm respectful to my elders, A, and to coaches, B, and to legends, C. So I'm not going to address you right now, but I'll get at you later, Christian, because we know you're a nobody who needs me. I don't need you. Chef C, where's your 1,000? What? I don't get it. I don't understand why I owe you 1,000. I said I would bet thousands that the majority of you Shane Gillis fans are 35 and less and live with your mom. Let's go. Let's bring it in. Our main man, the pride and joy of Glendale, California, right here in Southern California. Occidental legend. If you guys know about anything about Occidental, you should look into it. Been at UCLA, Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots, the Baltimore Stars, the USFL, New Orleans Saints, and the Indianapolis Colts, man. He's been a head coach at many places. Two-time USFL champ, coach of the year in the NFL, New Orleans Saints Hall of Famer. Known for great sound bites. We'll bring him on. Our main man, Coach Mora.
I'm trying. There I am.
Coach, how you doing, brother? I got you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. I appreciate you. Hey, I'm talking to Gidget right now, your favorite niece in the world. So I've known her a long time. So hey, I told her I'd give her a shout out.
She was telling me about you. I was talking to her last night.
She told me, so I was like, all right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, love it. Man, first of all, I know you're chilling, hanging out here. We're all California natives. And then you moved around and been around so many different places, man. You're a legend to me as a young coach watching you and your son. I've been around your son a lot up at UCLA for a long time. He's had a bunch of my former coaching people on his staff. Coach Yarber, legendary story. Your son was the head coach. Adrian Clem was the O-line coach. And Yarbs blew out his hamstring trying to show a drill off And and Jim goes, "Hey man, you're 45 years old. What the hell are you doing out here with these youngsters?" And he took the muscle off his bone. Now he's the wide receiver coach for the Rams. He won a Super Bowl, and the rest is history. So, great story. It was funny.
Yeah. Now what?
Huh? Go ahead.
Nothing.
Oh.
That was a good story. Yeah.
Hey, how's your son doing at UConn? What do you think about what he's building there?
I think he went into a program that sucked. They hadn't had a winning season forever. They were really bad, and he took it over. He won. He had a winning season the first year. Then the second year, he had a losing season. But because he was in, they changing everything around with how things are now, how you get players, all that kind of stuff. But he had a good season last year. I think he won 9 games, and that's been pretty good for them. So he feels like he got a pretty good team coming up this season, and he's looking forward to it. They go to camp pretty soon.
Let me ask you, why UConn? Of all the places, Jim has a pretty damn big resume, good name, been around a lot of Power 5, big programs, NFL. Was it a challenge thing, or was it a thing to get back in at a bigger school? What was the deal with why UConn for him?
Well, because it's the only opportunity he had, I think, at that point. And he wanted to get back into coaching. He hadn't done it for, a year or so. He wanted to get back, and they offered him the job, and he took it. And he's worked his ass off. Excuse me, not ass. He worked his butt off to get it going, and I think he's got it going. I haven't.
Coach, be yourself. Cuss all you want. I love it. This show is.
No, I'm not going to cut.
I know. I think he did a hell of a job. This NIL thing, paying these players to play at the college level now, I know you and I are probably on the same page. What do you think it's doing to these kids in the game?
I think it's making it a professional thing too, and some teams, but even at the professional level, everybody starts out the same. How much money they can pay their players, all that kind of stuff. Not now with the college things. I mean, if one school can pay a player a lot more than another school can, then they're going to get that guy, And it all comes down to who can raise the most money from their alums or followers or whoever, and end up paying the players, and they're going to get it. And some schools are going to have a bigger advantage than others. It's not like the NFL. The NFL, everybody's got an equal amount of money that they can pay their players, as a team. And that's not the case now in college football.
Yeah, no credit. I call it pay to play because it isn't a name, image, and likeness. If it was name, image, and likeness, they'd be paying these guys for jersey sales and stuff. It's not.
No, it's not. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if it can go on like this or not, but it doesn't look like they're trying to stop it or make it different or make it better. I don't know.
That's why I think the legendary guys like Nick Saban and stuff, Coach K at Duke and guys like that have stepped out of it, I think. And that's why I probably couldn't do it anymore either. I just don't know if they happen. Let me get your take on a couple guys that are up in age and they've come back to the NFL. I love it because I am not with this young generation, these analytical data pushing guys on the sideline. But Bill Belichick's going to college out of all things in North Carolina in his early 70s. What's your take about the guys like him, Pete Carroll getting back into it at 73? Guys like that coming back into the fold and coaching again. You like it? Love it? Hate it? What?
Well, I'm too damn old to come back, and I'm a lot older than those two guys are. So anyway, I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that these two guys have both got a job, and I think it gets into your under your skin. Not coaching, something you've done all your life or all of your career, etc. And I think that the main thing is, what kind of a situation are they going into? I think they've got to go into a situation where they have a chance to be successful. They don't want to just take any job and go somewhere where they're not going to have the cooperation or the ability to be successful. Both these guys have been successful. They're really good coaches. They need a chance to go back in and compete and coach like they have been doing for many years, but also have a chance to be successful. That, to me, is really important. Now, what they get paid to do this, that's important too. But I think they got to have a chance to be successful. And I think both of them, in the situations they're in with the teams they're coaching, do have a chance to be good. So that's my feeling.
No doubt. That's a great take. I got to go back to some of your teams real quick. I got to ask you the Dome Patrol, the linebacking core you had, or that was with New Orleans and the Saints, Ricky Jackson and Sam Mills, of course, and Von Johnson, I believe, was a third backer,
and Pat Swilling.
Where is that? Yeah. What do those four backers rank in all time? I had Bill Romanowski on the show a couple months ago, and he said that the teams going into New Orleans feared that defense and playing those offenses feared those defenses in New Orleans. The Dome Patrol, is it the greatest core of linebackers ever?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say so because those guys were really good, and we had good leadership out of Ricky, who had been there for a while. You know, when I got the job with the Saints, they had never won. They'd never had a winning season. Never had a winning season. And that's like almost 20 seasons. I think 2 years they were 8-8. But when Ricky had been involved in this, but when Ricky was kind of leader of that foursome, but we had a good defense other than them. And then we got Sam in from the USFL. We got Pat Swilling in as a draft, as a select in the draft. And then Vaughn, he had been in the USFL also, and they all came to be with Ricky, who was a hell of a player. And we had a good group, but we also had a great defense. Don't get me wrong, and those two guys were kind of the keys to it. But we had a really good defensive line, and then the secondary was good, but not great. You know what I mean? We didn't have the guys back there like we had at the linebacker group. But that defense was special. There's no question about it. They were special. Yeah.
I love watching those guys, especially out west, being a Ram guy my whole life growing up out here. And I was like, man, those NFC teams, those battles back in the day.
Let me tell you something. I grew up following the Rams too. I'm an LA guy, you know. I used to go to those Ram games in the Coliseum. Yeah.
No doubt.
I love the Rams. Still
no
do.
Doubt. No doubt. Yeah. My uncle and father played at Compton College, community college, obviously, and they played in the Junior Rose Bowl games way back in the day. My dad and you are around the same age. My dad was 37, born in 37, so he passed away in 05. But JUCO legendary Junior Rose Bowl games, people don't realize they used to play at the Rose Bowl and were 50,000 people for a junior college football game back in those days. It was a different ball game. It was a different world then. And I miss those days. Let me ask you something. You're a two-time champion at the USFL level. How rewarding was that level, getting it at that time? People were going, Jim Kelly, Steve Young, Warren Moon, those legendary guys that were going there out of college with two leagues at that time that were actually pretty damn big. Where were you at with that? How rewarding was that, those championships versus going to the NFL?
Very rewarding. I mean, you know, it was a USFL. It was a young league. But it had older guys too, and the young guys. But a new league, and it was just like coaching in the NFL to me. I mean, you go to work every day, every season. You draft guys, you sign guys, you get good players. I had a good coaching staff. I hadn't even met some of the coaches that I hired on my first year in the USFL. Now, I didn't have as many coaches as I did in the NFL, or certainly as many coaches as they have nowadays. Oh my God, in college football. And the NFL, the number, especially the NFL, the number of coaches on their staff, I have no idea what all those guys do. But it was, you know, I took the job. I got a chance. Carl Peterson hired me. You know who Carl is, and Carl and I coached together at UCLA. The 1 year I was coaching at UCLA, we stayed in touch. The USFL started. He got the job with the Philadelphia Stars as the president and GM, and he hired me. And we had the best player. The reason we won is we had the best players. The first year we lost the championship game. We won the 2 championships after that because we had the best player. You win with the best player, but I also had a good coaching staff too.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, it was unbelievable. You turned the Saints and the Colts basically from not winning into winning. How hard was it as far as getting the culture changed? I try to let our audience know in coaching, man, the culture changed no matter what. I know the NFL, like you just stated, there's a salary, there's a cap. Everyone's kind of paid the same at certain levels. But how hard is it to create a culture anywhere, a little less the NFL? Is it a different world creating a culture to get those grown men who get paid to buy in?
Yeah, it takes a while, At the Saints, I go into the Saints, and they had never had a winning season. Never. They were seven, like I said earlier, they were 7-9 twice. Or no, yeah. No, they were 8-8 twice. I'm sorry, 7-9 a bunch. They were 8-8, but they'd never had a winning season. So you go into a situation like that, and hopefully you've got a good nucleus of players. And this is also true with Indianapolis. They were a little bit different, but you go in there with you. I went in there I hired some good coaches, and I went in there with my philosophy of coaching a football team. The hell with what they've done, the hell with what it's going to be like. I wanted to do it my way, and we did it my way with a good bunch of coaches and some good players that we had to get more of, which we did. Now we're 7-9 the first season with the Saints, and the second and they had never had a winning season in their history. The next year we were 12-3. We only played 15 games because it was a strike year, and we didn't play that. The league didn't play that first game. So you go in there with your philosophy, and it takes a while to get that going. Like I said, we were 7-9, and then we go to 12-3 the next year. Now at Indianapolis, the same thing. The same thing. You go into a program that had been losing, and you get better players, and you get your philosophy going. We also that 80. The first year at New Orleans at Indianapolis, we had the number 1 pick in the draft, and we drafted Peyton Manning. Okay, now that helped a little bit, but that first year, and hey, we're gonna do things like I wanted to do them, no matter what. And that first year, we were 3-13. Okay, Peyton as a rookie started and played every game, and never was out of a game, and he got better and better. The next year, and we made some changes in that between the first year and the second year. First year we're 3-13. The next year we're 13-3. So it takes a little while to get it going, but you got to go in there tough, demanding. Make sure that everything's done good, working hard, you got the right kind of players, and you have a chance to be successful. You got cooperation from the owner and from the general manager, which I did in both occasions. Those guys were behind me all the way, and we had a chance to be successful.
Nah, no doubt. I got to ask you a thing before I get you out of here. I can't thank you enough for hopping on here, man. Coach, you coached for some legends also, Don James in Washington, Dick Vermeil at UCLA for a year. Did you have the opportunity to go with Dick to the Eagles into the pro ranks, or did you want to be a coordinator in college first and go that route?
Well, I don't know when I had a chance to go. I mean, being a coordinator, you mean like before I went into the NFL or what? I just was ready to go in. I just wanted to go into the NFL. I had been an assistant. I'd moved around a little bit in college coaching, and Don James and I had been assistant coaches together way back. Okay. And then he hired me when he got the job with the Huskies. And I went there, and I got a little tired of recruiting and all that kind of stuff. And I had a chance to go to the Seahawks. We were living in Seattle, to go to the Seahawks, and they were in their second year of existence. And I got a job there working for Jack Patera, and that got me into the NFL. And I like the NFL. I like college too.
That was the old AFC West, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, great,
tough division.
No doubt about it.
Tough.
No doubt about it. You were roommates with Jack Kemp. Is that true?
In college, we were best friends in each other's weddings. The whole thing. I mean, he was one of my very best friends, and until he passed away and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we met in college at Occidental College, and he was a quarterback, and I was a tight end, so he was throwing the ball to me. We became roommates. We had a little condo or apartment, off the campus. We were like brothers, Jack and I, and stayed that way until he passed away.
Man, I can't. The stories are unbelievable. I got to ask you, do you credit the smaller school in developing you as a coach? The Occidentals, the D3 level, the like. I'm a JUCO guy.
Wait a minute.
Yep. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead. Ask me that question again, please.
Do you credit the smaller schools like an Occidental or the D3 model? I'm a JUCO guy, so junior college was big and instrumental to me. Do you credit that small school learning the system and being like a grunt and things like that is to your success at the ultimate level?
That I went to a small school, you mean?
Or just, went to it, or at Occidental, like, the coaching and the playing is totally different, obviously, than a D1.
Yeah, big time. And I don't know, it just worked out that way. I graduated from college at Occidental. I went in the Marine Corps for 3 years. I played football in the Marine Corps. We were playing other teams, throughout the military and stuff. When I was at Quantico that first year, we played Boston U and Boston College. So that was a step up. But I came back. I had the chance at Oxy as an assistant and the head coach, and I took it. And eventually, after a minimum of years, I got an opportunity to go to Stanford. John Ralston wanted to hire me. I went up there, and that started me off in the major colleges. But the Oxy situation was good, but I was a little tired of that too. So they don't even play football anymore now.
I know, man. It's unbelievable. That was the old league with what? Like Chapman and Redlands and all them guys?
Redlands, Whittier, Caltech.
Whittier,
yeah, those were
Whittier just came back.
Claremont, Pomona.
Pitzer and all them. Yeah.
Where are you from? Where are you from in Southern California?
Compton.
Compton? Okay.
Yeah.
I grew up in West LA.
Yeah, no doubt.
Eagle Rock, and then West LA.
Yeah. My family was from Eagle Rock in that area, so we right under the rock right there. They used to live.
That's right. I lived till the 9th grade. Yeah.
No doubt. Love it, man. Coach, I can't thank you enough. I don't want to take too much time. I appreciate the time and giving those great stories. I just hope that I'm as sharp as you as I when I get older, man.
When you get to be 90, I got to be 90 about a month ago. Yeah, but I feel pretty good.
You look great, sound great. You're sharp as a tack, man. I hope you live a long, long time longer. I love watching and hearing you, man. I can't thank you enough for hopping on.
Anytime you want me on your show, I'll be happy to do it.
Hell yeah, we'll try to get you on during the season, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, good.
All right, Coach.
Thanks.
Thank you. Tell your son I said hello and appreciate it. Tell Gidget.
I will. I'll tell him.
Gidget just texted me and said, great stop. So I said, thank her for getting you on. I appreciate you.
Thanks a lot. I enjoyed it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Bye.
Coach Jim Mora. Can't thank him enough, man, for hopping on here. Man, I hope I'm that sharp. Shit, at that age. Shit, I hope I am. I hope I am, to be honest. So, known Coach's niece a long time, so obviously help facilitate that, man. So, Jim Mora Sr. We'll get Jim Jr. on too, man. We'll get Jim Jr. on soon as he's developing and changing that UConn program around. So, man, I don't know if I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see if I make it to that age. But I'll tell you what, that cat right there is sharp as a tack. You can't tell me he probably still couldn't coach. Shit. Now that's a somebody. Just so we're clear. That's a somebody. I don't know if you realize what the difference between him and Shane Gillis. And all you that like Shane Gillis are nobodies. That's the difference. So you should know. It makes sense that you know and like and think that Shane Gillis is a somebody because you're a nobody just like him. That makes sense. Now I get why the nobodies like him. I get all that. See, now I get it. Shane Gillis not funny. Chef. So are you a hater, Chef, because you like Shane Gillis and I don't? Because isn't that right? Isn't that cool? I could do that, right? Can't I say that you're a hater because you like Shane Gillis? Isn't that how it works? Because I'm a hater because I don't like him. Is that how it works? You guys are fucking unbelievable. You nobodies are fucking unbelievable. I'll be honest. You are unbelievable. David Williams, you're not paying my bills though, homie. You're not paying no bills, David Williams. Why are you speaking for somebody else, homie? It's always a bitch-made cat who talks about someone else doing something, but he ain't doing it himself. It's funny how that works. Anyway, I love you all. Haters are my biggest fans. So, love it. I love it all. Austin Gilligan, you jack off with a condom and wear a mask. So, let's be honest. No, Coach Mora actually does like the cussing, and he just doesn't want to do it at this age. But trust me, you saw him about to start cussing. Yeah, he didn't cuss. Fallier, whatever your name is. Jada Gok, appreciate you. I don't think I'm good understands what jealousy is. I don't think you know what jealousy is. Start none won't be none. I didn't start nothing. But now that you started it with me, I'm going to keep it going. Best believe that. So you pussies have no clue on how the real life, works. The real world, how it works and operates, I don't think you have a clue on how it really works. See, you think you can start and talk all the shit because you're protected by social media. Let's be honest. That's what it really is. Be real. You're protected by a cell phone. Yes, I am going to finish it, Jazzy. You started, I'll finish that motherfucker. Best believe that shit. But anyway, listen. I got to take my mom to the doctor, to an appointment, so I won't be on Unpaved. But tune in to Unpaved. Sean Salisbury will be on there. And then I got to do that. And then I got to go do some work on some other things. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to end the show a little early today. Free Game Fridays tomorrow. Be here or be square. We'll have some special guests on. And I got some shit to do. So T's and P's to all you, man. Haters and all. Nobody's and somebody's. Love you all equally. And I can't thank you enough for hopping in here. Regardless, I love the disagreement. It creates great conversations. And regardless if you agree with me or disagree, it don't matter. It's your opinion. You should have the right to have one, just as I do. Love you all. See you tomorrow. Peace.
This the real JB. You better find the skin real quick.